All right, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. We have yet another high stakes stream here. The high stakes sites let you draft after the Thursday night game. I know that that's probably going to confuse some people. You use their Lions and Chiefs Thursday night scores if you would like to have them in your lineup. So it kind of puts a little bit of a weird twist to the draft board here. We had a draft last year, the one that got fifth place in the OC. We drafted that after the Thursday night game. We got like Akers in like the ninth round because he had a terrible Thursday night game. And then that came up big for us. So this is a silver bullet. It's a $1,200 draft. We're actually doing with a patron that I'll bring in now. We have our guy Nick here, who I will unmute. Oh, I will unmute. But how's it going, Nick?
Good. How are you?
I'm chilling. We were talking a little bit behind the scenes. I know you're a Penn State guy. But yeah, I'm excited for this. This is a big boy. This is a silver bullet. I will say I was kind of freaking out because I was like I thought I maybe scheduled the wrong thing. But we're gonna be like the only guys that are drafting online here. I think everyone else is picking in person. But this is a Las Vegas draft here.
That's kind of
I
wild.
guess yeah, they're sort of so there might be we definitely have to be careful in terms of the chat with I don't know if people screw something up in person, but I think it should be all right. We got Adam in here. We got Nevin in here. How are we? We got DKB. We got Adrian. Who's in here? Who's in here? Season already started now. We're still drafting high. Dude, we have a full slate of high stakes drafts tonight. I have this one. I have the second giveaway high stakes team that we have. That draft starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then I have a solo one we're going to do at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we have all kinds of drafts up on the slate today, so it should be fun. You said you dogged me, Ron. Are you the one complaining about Jahmyr Gibbs? I mean, it's just one game. I have to be honest. If people want Gibbs takes, I'm not all that concerned if I have Gibbs. Like we're gonna do a trade target video next week. Like I'd be pretty shocked if Gibbs wasn't one of my trade targets.
Honestly, the offensive line for the Lions looked pretty good.
Yeah, the offensive line looked great. I thought Gibbs looked explosive. Like he looked really good. He had that one run where he like did like this weird half spin and like he looked great. Like them limiting his touches in their first game with Montgomery taking like 21 carries for 70 yards. Like I don't think it's that crazy. All right, this is weird.
He just like lowered his shoulder too right after that half spin. Like he
was running physically. He looked explosive. Yeah. And they didn't even really feature him in the pass game that much, which I think that they will moving forward. They only scored 14 points as an offense. The wide receivers outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown were pretty bad. So I think that he's just going to carve out a role as the season goes on. I'm not all that concerned about it. But I will say this draft has started. Oh, admin is saying hang tight. All right, so this is kind of the beauty of these high-stakes sites. What else we got in here? We got fellows in here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gibbs looked good. He broke like 6 tackles. He looked good. He was running hard. He was looking fast. Brees or Gibbs rest of season? Probably Gibbs by a little bit.
You haven't even seen Brees yet.
Yeah. We haven't seen Brees yet. And I tweeted something out earlier, but like we're not drafting players for their week 1 role, you know? Like or they're at least rookies, you know? Like Jahmyr Gibbs was never – I mean, I did talk him up in the Thursday or the rankings video. I thought he could explode, but it's also not the end of the world. Like, he's going to be just fine. But, man. All right, so these guys are taking their time in Vegas, I guess. I was talking to some of my buddies who are drafting in Vegas. Like, apparently, I was like – it's kind of a dumb question, but I was like, are you guys putting the stickers up yourself? And they apparently hire, like I don't know what you want to call them, but like I guess like models or like sort of
it's gotta be the ring girls, man.
Yeah, it's literally the ring girls. Yeah, the ring girls do it. I guess that makes sense. You're in Vegas, like the girls who do the boxing events and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I had a buddy. He said it was actually Jacob Sanderson. He said that he was trying to draft Garrett Wilson, and the ring girl picked up like Cedric Wilson and almost put the sticker on the board.
Oh man,
just didn't know. I mean, it makes sense that they don't really know. You know,
that's got to be the best job for them. Like literally just get paid to go there and just like move tiles onto a draft board.
Yeah, and it's literally just like the most disgusting looking, like middle-aged dudes just telling you to put these names on the board.
Honestly, a lot of my home leagues, we've been trying to get back together for like an in-person draft. I watched the recap that you did for the one down the shore.
Yeah.
And that was, it's hard to do, especially when you get to your late 20s, probably people in their 30s, to get everybody back together because everybody spreads out so much.
That's why I'm glad we did it, and it was honestly shocking how many people actually got to go. I mean, we had 10 of our 12 all in one spot, which felt good. But yeah, I'm trying to take advantage of that now because I know once everybody starts, splitting up and stuff, it gets a lot tougher. At least everybody's still sort of around the hometown, or at least, in the area that could just drive down to the shore.
Yeah.
What else we got? I said yesterday to start all my rookies week 1. I don't know if that's true. The good ones start, but I don't have I didn't even put Quentin Johnston in my I didn't even have Quentin Johnston in like my top 65 wide receivers for week 1. People were asking did you forget Quentin Johnston? It's just like no. I mean, I drafted a ton of Quentin Johnston, but I wasn't planning to play him. All right, hang tight. If you need help, please hit the contact admin button first. If you get kicked offline, my number is this. Enjoy. Are we going to start it maybe?
I feel like those were directed at us.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work, to be honest with you. But I contacted them on the side. I'm like, because I signed up for it, assuming it was an online draft, and then it filled, and I saw Las Vegas. And I was like, oh shit, this is not good. But I messaged them on the side. And they're like, yeah, it's pretty common to not have the entire draft room physically in Vegas, so you can just do it online, and it's no big deal. All right, let's roll. This guy is saying let's roll. Alrighty.
Got another draft. Yeah, this guy's joining 5 silver bullets in a day.
Well, that's actually the beauty of the silver bullet is that it's single entry. I think that's kind of the reason that they call it that. But yeah, everyone just gets 1 bullet in this contest, which is interesting.
And run down the team, what we can start.
Yeah, it's going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, full PPR. It's also 6-point passing TD,
right.
And then it's also 3rd round reversal. So those are kind of the quirks there.
3rd round reversal, 6-point passing TD. Got it.
Oh, I will say as well, I've heard. All right, I don't think there's gonna be a clock, but I've heard. All right, so this is gonna be interesting. I really don't know what to expect. I will say I think that we might get a weirder room because it's in Vegas. But what I've heard is there is a little intermission these guys do in person after round 10. So I don't really know how long the intermission takes. I hope not too long, but we'll see. This will be a learning experience for everybody, I guess. Are you still drafting after the Thursday game? These high stakes drafts let you do it. I don't know. I guess they just do it because it's their most high volume week, but you do it and you can start the Chiefs Lions guys in your lineup, even though they already played.
With their existing points?
Yeah.
Do you think any of them are going to get moved around in the draft order?
I think Gibbs probably falls. I think we'll have a Bijan win. I would have loved to have Bijan get back to us there. I think we'll have a look. I think we could see Gibbs fall. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown probably stays the same. I'm trying to think if
Rashee Rice might go up a little bit. He looked like he had a pulse, so that's good.
He put up
3 for 29 and a touchdown.
Yeah, so I mean you can start that in your flex if things are ugly out the gate.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, now we have a clock.
All of the Chiefs receivers look the exact same. They're all the same type of receiver.
Yeah. I will say Rashee Rice does look he's a little bigger than Sky and Tony. He looks a little more like an X, whereas they're a little bit more gadgety, which I think is good for him. He honestly, I've said it before, but Rashee Rice does give me strong Brandon Ayuk vibes where no one liked him as a prospect. He went to a decent spot, outside physical receiver. Oh, turned off the timer. We're missing people. All right. Jeez. All right, this is going to be an interesting experience, I would say. Justin Ross is a wide receiver 1 this week, guaranteed 30+. That is what I said. Should stay away from Cup. If Cup comes back to us in the second, I'd be open to it. But I think we should have decent options. Or I don't know. Second round is going to be tough because we're going to be choosing between like Waddle, Olave, and like potentially like Kelsey Cup could even get there.
Who? How old is Cup?
29, 30.
29 with a hamstring issue.
Yeah. He actually just turned 30 in June.
Do we know how many games he's out for?
No, they're saying they could have put him on IR.
That would suck.
I will say, I can check. I'm actually going to do it now, but I want to see where he's been going range-wise. His ADP right now. Whoa, his ADP right now is actually early third, so we actually don't have to take him in the early second.
If he falls,
I think that's actually a good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's kind of a good rule of thumb is we can probably we'll see what the board looks like, but probably pass on him in round 2 and give a look in round 3 if he gets there.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not comfortable with the hamstring issue in round 2.
Yeah, I agree. Even though I have been taking him a little bit. I've been taking him a little bit in best ball, where I think you can kind of stomach that a little bit more. What else people on about? Hasn't season already started? Intermission is usually about 15 minutes. Okay, shouldn't be too bad. My goodness. All right, fellas. We're having technical issues.
We have our intermission right now.
Yeah, this is... I mean, it's kind of what you get from the boomer sites, but you also get the boomer lobbies as the nice part, but we'll truly see how this plays out. Every Gibbs owner is down bad. Dude, no, you don't have to be down bad about Gibbs, man.
How many points did he put up? Like
he didn't put up many, but I mean, he had a touchdown. He could have walked in, and he just had sort of like a rookie weird thing.
Oh yeah, the sniper was up on the roof of the Chiefs arrowhead.
Yeah, he'd like it. I mean, it happens. You see young guys do it.
I mean, you could tell he saw the corner of the end zone and was just like super excited and just,
Yeah, exactly.
His mind got ahead of his feet.
I do want to see what he actually put up, though. I'm going to go to Sleeper real quick. But yeah, that's the downside. I mean, honestly, it's kind of the upside of it that you get to draft Gibbs, and then you also get the foresight that you don't have to start him in week 1 if you don't want to. And you can just not.
Laporta, 5 for 39 was good.
Yeah. Yeah, Gibbs just got 8 points. Laporta, like 8.9 for Laporta. That's actually not terrible for a tight end.
Especially in a, first game.
Yeah, as a rookie, I think 5 catches. Okay, so that's right before. I guess that's right before. I saw a stat. I think maybe Schefter tweeted out. I don't know. Somebody tweeted out, but I think Hawkinson has the record for most catches in a debut for a rookie tight end at like 6. 5 for 39 is nice. I mean, the yardage isn't nice, but
no, it was a lot of like short routes.
Yeah,
but I don't think there was much design for him. He did split out and lined up at the wide out position, which was kind of cool.
All right, they're resuming. Yeah, okay, there goes Tyreek. Alrighty then. I mean, for me, this is just Eckler or Diggs. I don't know if you have a wild card you want to throw in.
No, I mean that's I'm the same way.
All right, so Diggs here.
Yep, Diggs.
All right, let's go Diggs. Might have a shot at Josh Allen in the 3rd.
I mean, I'm drafting off Ron Stewart's ranking, so Diggs is tier 2, and there's a tier break.
Yeah, I'm glad at least we got that top tier, because I've been sick of I've been forced so many times, especially now with the Cup injury and the Kelsey injury. I like CeeDee Lamb, but taking him at the top of a tier at 108 sucks. I would hate this pick right here if I was 8.
Yeah,
because you can make a case for CeeDee Lamb. Oh, okay, so Amon-Ra St. Brown at 8. I don't know if he played well enough that
he had a touchdown.
That is true. I mean, he put up I guess in PPR he probably put up a decent amount. Now that I think about it, he put up 19.1. You'll take that. It's not a crazy day, but you'll take that for sure. What else we got? What are your thoughts on Gibbs? I've been talking about it, but I still I'm still very bullish on him season long. I think rookies in week 1 sometimes they get limited in terms of their role. I think Dameon Pierce had like a 30% snap share last year in his debut, and then the game after he was at like a 60% plus. Like it wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, the good thing is that Gibbs played well on his touches. Outside of the weird touchdown that he like fell on himself, the rest of the game he was electric. So,
I will say David Montgomery didn't look bad though. Like
yeah,
David
Montgomery didn't
Montgomery,
necessarily look bad.
yeah.
He
If
didn't
he
catch a
would have,
pass though, I don't believe, which is like what you sort of want to see.
yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be freaking out if I had Gibbs. I think that he's somebody. There's a very good chance he's in my trade target video as a guy to kind of buy low on. So it seems like some people are sort of freaking out. Yeah, buy the dip if there is one. I agree.
I think for a third round running back, seeing him not in the starter role out the gate might have shocked a few people.
Yeah, 100%. I think there are definitely some people that were blindly taking him at like a 301, or like I've even seen him go as high like 210 in some of these. Like it was Kelsey. I would have loved Kelsey if he made it back to us, but
the only thing that worried me about that is because they said like on the broadcast that they tried it out his knee in a pool and he had no sort of like push off in the pool.
Huh.
So, but they did say he's like supposed to come back next week.
All right, can live with that. Damn, man, it's going to be thin in the second round here.
Mm-hmm.
If this guy, man, yeah, I guess it'll be
2 wide receivers.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, it's really just Waddle Olave for me in terms of these next 2 picks. I would much prefer Waddle. I know I have Olave ranked over him, but Waddle's a guy that, like, I think Olave sometimes can fall. I don't take a ton of Waddle. Okay, so he goes Waddle. All right, so you want to go Olave here, or do you got a wild card that you want to throw out?
No, I mean, yeah, I think Olave is definitely, and I think Olave is the go to play.
Okay. I will say I don't mind throwing Devonta Smith out there and seeing if we can catch Josh Allen or Hurts on the way back, but there's very good chance that neither of them make it to the third round. So, up to you. Olave.
Yeah, I think Olave is that guy.
Okay.
As much as it pains me to take an Ohio State receiver right here.
Penn State has beef with Ohio State?
Yeah, big time. I mean, we haven't beat them in a while. They've just been, but they are like a major rival for us. It's like Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, the Michigan one. I love that one. I feel like Michigan, like you guys usually have the whiteout for that game, but I'm not sure. Maybe that was just recently.
So they alternate the home games at State. One year it's Michigan, the next year it's Ohio State, and then they switch, and that's always the whiteout game. That's one of those 2 people.
Oh, that's sweet. What else we got in here? If people are saying Gibbs are still going to be good.
I like the 2 wide receivers start in a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex format.
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna get some running back value that we like later too, and we'll see what comes back to us in this third round reversal. I think we'll have a look at Kupp in the third. We'll have a look at Gibbs in the fourth. Okay, so Hurts and Allen went. So if we went to Devonta Smith there, that would have been so dumb.
Yeah, we've been screwed.
Yeah, QB's in 6-point passing TD. I guess to me, I mean every quarterback gets a 6-point passing TD boost, so I don't know that it pushes things up in the way that these guys haven't pushed up. But I also do get the idea that, I mean, dude, if we had an early pick, I mean, I think I have an early pick after this, but end of round 2 sucks. Like, I don't know. I guess T. Higgins and Devonta Smith would be the play here, but that just doesn't feel great in the second. I'm open to the idea of elite QB and just getting a positional advantage, but I'm not in love with it, is what I'd say.
There's no way that Mahomes will make it back to us. And if it's not those 3 guys, yeah, I don't think we can go elite QB.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not opposed getting a positional advantage to Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I agree. If Andrews is there and we don't really like the wide receivers or running back to make it back, I'm very much down for that as well. Gibbs sucks ass. Love to see it. I'm horrible in fantasy, champ. God damn it, dude. I got 5th place in one of these last year. Come on, man. He's going to make me put the ring on.
Trust the process.
Yeah, just trust the process, man. I mean, it's not great. They're not going to overwork a rookie running back on Thursday against the champs in his first game. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to like feed him. I mean, I was expecting the issue was I was expecting a lot more scoring in that game, but I guess it was kind of dumb. I mean, it was the highest over under of the week. Went way under, which I guess makes sense. You know, it's gonna be sloppy football early on, but like the issue was game script for Gibbs. Like the Lions were never. I mean, they were trailing early, what, like 14-7, and then they were never really playing catch up. Offense only scored 14 points. So it was just like, it just wasn't really the game script that you would have wanted for Gibbs. But I think better days are ahead. Like, I know it's all we've been talking about here, but there goes Cup. Okay. That's an interesting pick from that guy. Cup Jefferson's actually pretty sweet. I will give him that. So Ridley went. I wonder if Hurts gets. I mean, Mahomes had a fine game last night. I mean, I guess it wasn't like a insane game, but what, he put up like 20 points and a 6-point passing TD. I got to imagine that's more like
20 points without Kelsey.
Yeah. I guess the concern is by extension of that is Kelsey, but I just say if Mahomes somehow was to get, or this guy is Kelsey. Wow, how would you not go Mahomes if you took Kelsey there? Alrighty then. That is questionable. There goes T.
I got two guys. I got Mahomes and I got Andrews. Watch them both be picked right here.
There's Mahomes. God damn, Mahomes would have been sweet.
Yeah, don't go Andrews.
If Andrews goes, you could talk me into Josh Jacobs, but I wouldn't love it.
No, I'm not huge.
Henry is gone. Oh, okay, so he goes Jacobs. All right, so you want to go Andrews? I'm very much game for that.
I like the Andrews pick, and then, right. Man, if we can get a Lamar coming back to us in the 4th, what's your thoughts on taking 2 onesie positions in this?
I'd be fine with it because we already got 2 wide receivers out the gate. If you get elite tight end, elite quarterback, it kind of sets us up for a nice 0 RB. Yeah, especially in a room like this where I think we'll have some running backs we like in like the 5th, 6th, 7th area. So
yeah, I don't trust myself to land the plane, but
oh, I'll land the plane, buddy.
We just yeah. I'll co-pilot the plane, but you got the stick.
He's still hurting from the JT Barrett night game in the shoe. Come on now. They're chirping the Penn State. Oh, come on.
It's all right.
What else we got in here? Big Ron the Sharp. I stay in the painted area. What do you mean by that? Flex on him? No, I won't flex. I never flex. People, I'm getting gassed up in here. I appreciate it. Cup at 24 is no good. In a tournament format where you can crush teams that took him, as high as 2nd overall, it's tough to pass. I think it's just a different dynamic in these tournaments, but I do agree that it's looking pretty rough as each day passes. Where we were only going to take him in the 3rd.
And his injury wasn't a new one; it was a setback, right?
Yeah. Setback with potential to go on like IR. Like it's not pretty, to be real. But there is a world where he is the wide receiver 1 in fantasy from weeks, 10 on and just crushes. But there is also a world where he is old, not quite washed up, but just can't get on the field. Damn, Lamar wasn't even going to make it back to us, huh? 6-point passing TD. I thought maybe Lamar could. I've seen Lamar slip in a room like this before, but it's all good. What are your thoughts this week with McLaurin? I imagine he kind of gets some decoy usage. I know that they're saying that he's playing. I think he's not on the injury report. My only fear would be some decoy usage, right? Like they don't want to work him too hard and re-aggravate the turf toe or whatever. But I think that he's probably like a startable wide receiver 3 now. People saying Drew Lar is a dog.
Drew Lar is a dog. And we got him he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, what,
and the guy behind him, Bo, he's good too. They let Bo get a little run in at the end of the game when we had it, in the bag.
Really?
Yeah, he's kind of like he's a freshman, but he's more of like a McSorley type, pass run option. Yeah. RPO quarterback. The good ones for college.
You guys happy with Franklin over there?
It's been up and down.
I wish I cared about a college football team.
Yeah, if you go
sounds
to
fun
one
to
of the
root
big
for.
schools, it's just like a cult. You're
Yeah.
sucked in and you're just like call for life.
But no, those like Happy Valley games and stuff do like, oh wow, so this guy is an idiot. I don't even know. He goes JT Ramondre there. Okay. I will say I had my eye on Ramondre if he made it back to us.
Yeah.
JT at 312, huh?
That's a lot.
This guy must be
Hold on, I gotta scroll
a
down my
few
cheat sheet.
beverages in at Las Vegas here. I love it. You got the cheat sheet out as well.
Yeah, I got it on the iPad.
Oh, I love to see it, dude.
It's just so much easier for me on like the iPad to just hit the check boxes.
Oh, 100%. And what, you're using that? You said you got some home leagues that you wrapped up recently.
Yeah, I feel like I was hero RB in every single one.
You get any nice values in those rooms or what?
Dude, I don't know what the problem with like Elijah Moore, but Elijah Moore was like broken on ESPN.
Oh, dude, broken. My little brother, I walked in on him screwing up his home league. He wanted to do it without my rankings this year. I was like, okay, like do whatever you want, man. And I check in on him and he has like AJ Dillon in his flex spot. I'm like, bro, like this can't be it, my brother. But I helped him like sort of mine the value on ESPN from that point forward. Like we found like Elijah Moore was hidden, Gabe Davis was hidden, Rashad Bateman was hidden.
Yep,
Bateman Mingo, like I think Mims almost went undrafted. Like Mingo and Mims you can get late on there too.
I don't think.
Damn. Okay, there goes Gibbs.
In a 16 round format, I don't think Mingo or Mims was drafted.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's weird how those leagues run, but it makes sense that your home league would prefer your like Tyler Boyds and Zay Jones and
yep.
TJ Charks over guys I've never heard before.
Is Brees off the board?
No.
Is ETN off the board?
Yeah, that's the one that I am staring down, but I really doubt he gets there.
I think Drake London was a little bit broken too. Like he was 2 rounds late on ESPN from.
Yeah, him and Watson go late on there.
Yeah, I was able to. I think every team I drafted has Drake London on it, just because like in the 6th round I was staring at him and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and at that point you just have to. What is Team 6 gonna do here, buddy? I'm begging him to pass on him. Trying to come up with some sort of backup plan, but I hate everything else on the board.
Brees is still on the board.
I like Brees, but there's a really good chance he's there in the 5th on this site. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how far Brees can fall on NFC. What's it going to be, Beckman? If he does it, the backup plan. Christian Watson's going to... Oh, and he goes Christian Kirk. God bless, buddy. All right.
Yeah, sprint to the
podium. So ETN? Yeah, this has to be ETN.
So this is like a hero RB with 2 studs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird year where I think you can get away with like building. Of course, we don't want to build through the dead zone, but you can build hero RB, double hero RBs in the dead zone because ETN shouldn't be a dead zone back at all.
I think an improved Jacksonville offense, he can catch passes. You know, what is like Tank's role going to be there?
The change of pace guy who maybe comes in on short yardage.
Is ETN a 3-down back?
I mean, he can be. It's really just the receiving and goal line stuff people are worried about, but it's like it's uncertain, which is kind of what we want to be buying in anyways. It's like nobody knows kind of how it's going to shake out. I mean, I love Tank Bigsby. I've talked about this in the same light before. I love Tank Bigsby coming out. I have him a lot in Dynasty, but at the end of the day, he's a 3rd-round pick. Like we've seen 3rd-round picks previous years. I like Ty Davis Price. You can name random 3rd-round picks that like did absolutely nothing. Like he could be the same. Like 3rd-round picks aren't like a death sentence at all. Whereas like ETN is one of the cleanest like 1st-round running back prospects I've come across. Like he's fast. He has size. He caught passes in college. He pops everywhere. Some of his stat lines in college are crazy too. Like he had one year he had like I think he had like 1,600 rushing yards, like 20 touchdowns, and like 8 yards per carry. Like He is. Wow, George Pickens in the 4th round. All
That's
right,
a lot.
I love this. I'd love to see the stickers on the board of this draft. I wonder if the Ring Girls put our picks up there.
Yeah, we need a live feed.
What else we got here? People are talking about Brees.
Did you see Waller got a questionable tag today?
I did see that. Waller apparently pulled his hamstring or something. You got Waller. Should I drop Roschon for Schultz? Probably. If Roschon's like your worst player, like that's probably the play. I would want some kind of contingent play. If you can wait till Sunday morning.
Yeah.
If you can wait till Sunday morning to do it, I think that might be a play as well. Where you could just wait till Sunday morning and then, see what the deal is, and then from there you can drop them. Like I wouldn't do it just yet, but if you're in a league setup or like you have to do it now, then I guess do it now. But yeah, I imagine a lot of guys are going to be in a pretty rough spot with that. Huh. All right, so we're going to have a pick of like injured players here. There goes Fields. Damn it. Listen,
that's like every
per se
QB
eyeing him. Yeah, every elite QB is now gone. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is around, but it doesn't really make sense for us.
Not in the 5th round.
I will say Christian Watson's interesting here, but if you want to push him, we can. Trying to see what else is here. Like it's really just like Mike Dubb. You could talk me into 5th round Kenneth Walker or Dobbins. I will say Kenneth Walker pulled something and he's up on like reports now.
I would
have any leans
Christian here? Watson.
Yeah, if we go wide receiver, it'd be Watson for you.
This is one of the
things. He is officially ruled out, but I don't like. We have 2 wide receivers already. I'm fine, kind of betting on him to get back to health at a discount. But, yeah, it is sort of up, not up to you. But I'm curious what you're thinking because nothing else really sticks out. So there goes Dobbins. Okay. So your vote would be Watson, like the guys. I mean, you have the sheet too, but it's pretty much Watson, Williams, Walker, Waller, Deontay, Ayuk are like our options here.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling good about. I think Ayuk's off the board too.
We do have 5th round Brees Hall. What the hell? We should just take 5th round Brees Hall. What am I talking about? Why was I just not even? Yeah, 5th round Brees Hall is the pick. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Good for us. Yeah. I feel a lot better about that than.
I agree. And Watson could come back. Watson could come back.
Watson ruled out. I saw he was questionable. I didn't see him get ruled out. I just pulled up the report.
I think he's officially ruled out recently, which is kind of scary for what that means long term. He did deal with a lot of injuries last year, but
I hate seeing a week-to-week thing.
Get me in a debate with the boomer Field Yates. Field Yates isn't a boomer.
All right.
I know Walker's healthy, but like apparently he pulled something. I know Kenneth Walker's going to play. I know he's going to play. It just seems like he's already dealing with stuff. I don't know. He might come back to us. We'll see. Quick overhaul is insane. I mean, yeah, dude, people are pretty crazy in this format, man. 5th round Javonte, huh? Respect. Can't say I can quite get there. And then there goes Christian Watson. Okay, so we weren't that crazy for debating him, but yeah, thank God that I just looked at the board and was like, oh, like Brees is there.
James Cook's pretty crazy there too.
Yeah, James Cook at 502. Yeah, you just see. I mean, especially I wonder if we're going to see even more crazy picks just because some of these guys are in person, and like I feel like that's when you can get some really weird stuff when you're not looking at like a a list of names ordered by some sort of ADP or rank. Team is filthy so far. Might need to shower. Maybe, dude. Maybe. We got Angel in here. What's up? What's up? You played Gibbs over Walker, and now I might cry. Yeah, I could see that. And Ridley to Trevor Lawrence at the end of the 5th is actually really sweet there. I think Mike Williams is still hanging around.
Mike Williams is definitely still hanging around.
I was going to say something about Waller, but we already have a tight end like that. Tight end is sort of off the board at this point. Waller is interesting. I'll be very curious to see where he goes here. Where he's now questionable for week 1. Like he could
and it was
just
like
play,
a mystery questionable.
Yeah, he could just play, be good, and like nothing really comes of it, and you just get like a pretty huge. He's been going in these even like in the late 4th. Like he's been going so crazy high.
Do you think we're set at running back? Because I know Aaron Jones is still, I think, on the board. No, he's not. I'm missing it.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, I wouldn't say set at running back, but I'm also very much down to get some receivers in here.
Yeah, we're building through the dead zone right now.
Yeah, but yes, we are. But I kind of love it in a way. Because to me, Brees and Etienne just aren't dead zone backs. I mean, they're in that range.
But I think the upside with Brees, what he was doing last year before he got hurt.
Exactly. I made a video talking about like the profiles you want to be drafting in the dead zone, and they are these guys that are young with pass catching upside and like have ambiguity, which is like it's funny because it's counterintuitive. People love to shy away from crowded backfields, but that's like where a lot of the value comes from. Trying to think off the top of my head of like an example of that from recent years, but I think David Montgomery, when he was like the RB5 in 2020, people forget, or maybe it was 2021, but I think Tariq Cohen was like drafted like within 2 rounds of him that year. You're getting Waller at 76 to 80. Yeah, that's where he was going. Now he's like much higher. It's crazy.
That's the guy I had on my. I was looking at Godwin right there, but I think Mike Williams is still on the board, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, which I would absolutely love to snag him here if Team 6 doesn't do it. Team 6 does do it. I'm kind of fine with Ayuk or Lockett.
Is Ayuk still on the board? No, Ayuk's not on the board.
Oh,
Lockett
good call. Yeah, late 4th Ayuk. Okay. Yeah, so Lockett would be our backup here, which isn't terrible. Set us up for Geno later as well.
Yeah.
In a 6-point passing TD, it's not bad. Let's see it, Beckman. Don't do it, buddy. What do we think about QB? It's funny because you'd think, like, I think a lot of people's gut reaction is in 6-point passing TD is to move the QBs up, and it's like, I guess. Oh, and he goes Addison. All right, so this is Mike Williams.
Yep.
I feel like it has to be. I mean, yeah, this is perfect. Through 6 rounds, I am liking the way things are looking here. Mike Dubb, come on down, baby. What do you think about QB? Yeah, what I was saying is like these pocket QBs, like Kirk Cousins and Geno, are guys that like are very startable and like are good week to week to the point where like you can almost just wait for them late in the double-digit rounds instead of pay up for what is that, like 207 Josh Allen.
And the way I think about Kirk is like, even though he's not flashy or anything, people are drafting Jefferson 101.
Yeah.
The ball has to get to Jefferson somehow.
No, 100%.
Once it's in Jefferson's hands, like any play can just be, housed.
Yeah, he could throw 40 touchdowns. Like if Addison is somehow like, in the same tier of like Olave, Wilson, London last year, then that passing offense, especially without Dalvin Cook this year, where like Dalvin Cook wasn't great last year, but you at least feel obligated to a certain degree to use the run game, but they could just completely air it out. They pay Hawkinson, they have Addison in there, with no like running back they feel they need to feed. So that's actually pretty exciting. But yeah, in these 6-point passing TDs, Kirk is a cheat code. So Pittman went, Gabe went. Not even to the Josh Allen team, Gabe. Oh, Montgomery's actually interesting because you can use that first week. That is actually very interesting. So what do you put up, like 16, something like that? You can't believe Miles goes so late, or Mike. Oh, Mike Williams. Yeah, I agree. I don't understand that at all. Hey, Ron, do you think Bateman's a sneaky start option against Houston if Andrews is out? Would you start him over Godwin? I think I would still start Godwin if Andrews is out. I do think that Bateman's a sneaky start in that spot, though. I'd probably, if you need a start this week, I would go Jacoby, but if not, I like Mingo the most out of that group.
I feel like I've had Bateman before, and I just want to see it from Bateman. I want to see
Yeah.
him put up like 5 or 6 catches and like 80 yards.
Yeah, before really putting him in, I do agree. Like I think I have him as like wide receiver 40 this week. If Andrews is out, I'm probably not going to move him up a ton here.
But it does give him an opportunity to prove himself.
Yeah. Do we love Laporta now after last night? I mean, we loved Laporta before last night, but yeah. Well, we love him. Dak or Geno this week and rest of season. I think I would go Geno this week, Dak rest of season. That would be my guess. Yeah, I know Bateman was solid. I just think Godwin's a really good play this week is kind of what happens, or where my head is at. That's a 701 unstacked Tua. Yeah. I'm loving this.
I can't get my head around Tua, man. There's no way he goes without being injured this year.
You think he gets hurt? I'm optimistic that he can figure out how to stay on the field. But you are right that it's a low floor in terms of that. Like it does feel like it feels like he's like a concussion away from potentially having to retire, which is like scary.
Yeah, like I'm rooting for the guy to like, you want to see everybody be healthy and like perform, but and then I did actually look into the backup situation there, and it's your guy from last year,
Mike White. Yes, sir. Mike White's actually not I think Mike White's a huge upgrade on Skylar Thompson, but it's still not ideal. So there's Alexander Madison gone. Has Jahan Dotson gone?
I'd be very down for Dotson.
Yeah, he has gone. He has gone. That's my bad. And Pickens has gone. Okay, so I've missed a couple of these.
We've got Judy Evans.
No, Judy's gone as well. We have let me see what ADP is looking like in terms of the order of these wide receivers in the 7th. So we're going to be up here in a grip. Trying to see if anything sticks out in terms of like value, but I don't think so. So there goes Cooks. We're pretty much, we're looking at Evans, Zay Flowers, or JSN if you have a lean between any of them.
I mean,
mine would probably be Evans, but I am sort of impartial. I will say I don't have an Evans yet, and I kind of would like one, but
yeah, I mean,
it's up to you.
Let's go Evans. JSN, it's got the injury. Zay Flowers, I see him on the rankings, but I haven't seen like any, profiles on him.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he's, new, but
I'll go Evans here because I like the idea as well where like I'm game to draft the rookies, but because we kind of took a couple of detours there, I kind of like the idea of like now we have 4 guys we can start in week 1 is what it comes down to, where, why is your 1, 2, 3 and then flex spot. Whereas if this was JSN or say Flowers, it would be a little more iffy in the flex,
Yeah, and I think, Evans has that potential to be a number, he is a number 1 on his team. I don't think JSN or Zay Flowers are going to be number 1s.
I guess they have the JSN would be tough. Zay Flowers kind of has the potential to, but I do agree. And Evans also has kind of the upside to get traded as well, which is nice. I'm trying to think as well, making sure we're not missing any of the. But I feel like there wasn't. I mean, like last year, I'm trying to think of what the big story was. Of course, Darrell Henderson and Akers. Gabe Davis had a big night, so you could draft him, and you had to draft him higher. But I don't think anything else really sticks out. Is like I don't think Goff had a crazy night in terms of like, and we don't really have Lion stacks lined up. I just want to make sure like we kind of missed out on Montgomery, but I don't think that he ever should have been a pick over Etienne or Hall, and I don't think we needed to take 3 straight. But 6-11 Montgomery after last night, I think is actually a really sneaky pick from Team 11. But nothing sticks out in terms of Chiefs. Nothing happened besides Mahomes, and I guess Rashee Rice, like you said, but Rashee Rice still probably double digit pick even in that scenario. Maybe probably like 10th round. There goes Sutton. JSN goes, okay. I will say if Swift somehow made it back to us, I would absolutely love that. What else we got in here? Feel bad for not catching up or not keeping up with the chat too much. Oh, people really wanted JSN there. It's all good. I don't have an Evans team yet, and I would like one. So I'm glad we got him. And again, I like the idea that like now we have a starting lineup of guys that you can play, and then from here we can take our upside swings on rookies and whatever else we want. How do you feel about Cordell Patterson? I'm not sure I have any thoughts about Cordell Patterson. Goes Dalvin. Are you you have an NFL team you root for? I know you were saying you're a Penn State fan.
Giants, yeah.
Giants guy. And you said you're from Jersey too, right?
Yeah, I'm from Jackson originally, which is Six Flags.
But I was gonna ask where Jackson is. You said that, okay, so Six Flags. That's like what, like more southern Central. Jersey? Central, okay.
The people that believe in Central Jersey are the people from Central Jersey. For you,
North I don't know Jersey if I'm people, even. I don't know. I think I'm from North Jersey, but I'm in like Morris County area.
You're North Jersey, yeah. Central Jersey is kind of like Ocean.
Yeah,
County.
That makes sense. There goes Swift. What high school would that be? Not to get too federal here.
Jackson Memorial.
Jackson Memorial. Yeah, because sometimes you can ask a guy in Jersey what high school they went to, and they like I talked to my buddy's friend at Montclair State. He's in a frat, and he went to Paramus Catholic. Like all the private schools in New Jersey have some pretty crazy athletes. Like Paramus Catholic, that's where Rashawn Gary went, the edge rusher for the Packers. He actually was a Michigan like 5-star #1 recruit in his class. And he was telling me about like some stories he had with Rashawn Gary. At like a urinal or something where he was like giving him a shakedown or some shit. What else we got?
Yeah, we had some talent in my high school. One of the, I played baseball and football, but one of the baseball players I grew up with is on the A's right now. No, really? He's not on the A's. He's on the Angels.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he's Matt Dice, but
I know. I think most people know this, but the Yankees kid Volpe or whatever. I think he went to Del Barton or something like that.
He's a North Jersey kid. I had to catch up on this. Got it.
Yeah, I'm also behind here. This is just what happens.
You got a lot. I mean, we're chatting, and then you got the chat.
Yeah. I've stopped tracking the tight ends. I'm giving up on tight ends from here. All right, so we're on the clock here. And I got nothing but air. Did Flowers ever? Whoa, Flowers never went. I'd sort of be game to go Flowers if you feel we need a running back here, which I don't feel too much pressure.
No, I think Flowers, and I think we could still. I think there's still enough running backs on the board. We can figure something out on the turn.
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel a ton of pressure to go with any of these guys. Yeah, let's go Flowers. I don't have a Flowers team yet either, which this should be fun. We kind of have some Ravens correlation in here.
I wouldn't mind like Antonio Gibson coming back around.
Yeah. All right, let's go Zay, see what comes back to us. Zay Flowers in the 8th round, man. He's ADP the last 3 days, he middle 7th. So I mean, that's nice.
And these guys, do you think they're going to take a second quarterback, or if team 11, there's only two other teams?
Honestly, these rooms are so unpredictable with the way that they do QB, that it's tough to say. But I would say most of these guys are liable to take 2 QBs, even the elite QB ones. But really, it comes down to kind of when the seal is broken on like the Deshaun Watson through your deck. It's really just the first one to sort of put that domino down. It was Elijah Moore. Trying to think through, we don't have any real stacking options with the late round QBs, but that is okay. We can definitely figure something out.
I mean, you can always go Daniel Jones and
you can go naked
whatever.
Daniel Jones.
Well, you can stack whatever Giants receiver comes back around.
Yeah, whatever your heart desires there.
I mean, I did see like when they played the Jets, like they were targeting Jalen Hyatt a lot on vertical routes, but he was matched.
He's exciting.
He was matched up with Sauce, so like I don't know what people were expecting.
And he almost beat Sauce. Like I'll be man enough to admit it. he gave Sauce a hard time. Not a hard time, but there was that one rep where he, I don't think Sauce really gauged how fast Hyatt was going to be out of that break and kind of had to grab him up a little bit. Thomas A. There goes Charbonnet. Trying
And
to catch up
obviously,
with these running backs.
it wasn't Jones throwing in the ball. It was, the backup.
Yeah. I don't even know who it was. Might have been like Danny DeVito or like Danny Etling.
I think it was DeVito.
Yeah, they have a kid, DeVito, who I think also went to one of the, maybe like a Don Bosco or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Don Bosco.
I think he got cut sadly, but
oh, there you go, stacking Tua and Daniel Jones. I guess that's a good safety valve. Tua,
it's not super ideal. All right, so Sharp goes. I feel like I'm still missing. Dylan is on the board. Warren is on the board. Mostert, P. Ryan, A-Chain, and Bigsby. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Pretty wild running back run here before our last pick, but I like that only 3 wide receivers went. We had our pick of Flowers. There goes Dobbs. Now, I will say, personally, I don't feel a ton of pressure to go QB or to go running back or QB here. I mean, you could talk me into Deshaun Watson if you wanted it.
That's what I was looking at. I mean, it depends on what kind of running back we have.
I think we're going to pretty much have our choice of. Yeah, the running backs are pretty slim. I guess where my eyes are, I guess where my eyes are is honestly, is Burks gone? Treylon Burks has gone. So there goes Warren. I was gonna say where my eyes are is like Quentin Johnston or, probably Quentin Johnston as like an upside swing, and then that would be like our last wide receiver. But if you feel pressure to take running back, we can go with like a Dylan. We can go with a Deshaun. Okay, there goes Njoku. But yeah, where would you say your head's at?
Quentin Johnson. Let's take our last upside swing with that because we don't need him week 1.
Mm-hmm. We can take QJ and then we can just like pretty much hammer running back for a while. Even then, Etienne and Breece Hall is like pretty cracked. Yeah, I don't feel forced to take Deshaun. Like we don't really like. I see Deshaun through Geno as kind of in the same tier. These guys all have elite QBs besides the turn. If the turn passes on Deshaun, we could theoretically get a 10th round Deshaun. So I think we go QJ, and then like if that's our last wide receiver for the rest of the draft, then fine. And if it's not, the only reason that we would take a wide receiver from there on out is if Bateman somehow got back to us and like we couldn't pass up on him, or if
So you would take Bateman and Flowers?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like I wouldn't shy away from it, I guess. If he got there in the 10th. But yeah, it wouldn't be beautiful, is what I'll say. But yeah, we'll see. I like the start. See what gets back to us again. Like Breece, you can start in week 1. I mean, I made him like my RB 32, and we're now in the RB 30s range. So nobody we draft now would really theoretically start over him. I guess Mostert would. I think if Mostert made it back to us, I'd be open to that idea.
Yeah.
But outside of Mostert, I don't think anyone else I would have as a start over Breece. QB, of course, is on our mind, but again, like this whole side of the board besides Team 1 has no QB, and if he wants to take Deshaun unstacked, so be it. Like we would also be taking him unstacked. But yeah, I would say for wide receiver for us, it's really just looking like. I mean, we could talk about Bateman, but we don't need Bateman. Like honestly, if there's a running back there, I'm fine taking running back over Bateman in the 10th, or a QB, and then of course we take a QB. I mean, you said like Daniel Jones, but he's gone. But any of these guys, we can always take a rookie wide receiver and stack them. I'm trying to think of what would even be Deshaun. It'd be like Don Peoples-Jones, which sucks. But wow, 9th round John Mingo.
Have you cooled on Anthony Richardson?
No, I still love him. I actually love that call as well. In a 6-point passing TD, he gets a little bit of a bump down, so he's a 12th round guy that actually goes after. He goes after Deshaun, Dak, Kirk, and Geno. But I do like that call as like an upside play because we're probably going to have to take one of those boring guys, like even into the Goff Rodgers area, and you can sort of pair Richardson with one of those guys and be pretty good.
Yeah.
What else we got in here? We're talking Cordell Patterson to the Chiefs talk in the chat, fellas. I mean, I guess if he went to the Chiefs, it'd be sweet.
Put Evans on the Chiefs, please.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, the Evans trade upside is interesting. Wow, so still 9th round Tony for that guy.
Darius Tony, dude, he does not have hands.
Kadarius Toney over Rashad Bateman, huh? There goes Deshaun. Okay. Yeah, I thought that Team 1 would probably take Deshaun. That's not a huge deal.
I have to say I'm leaning Mostert over Bateman.
I agree. I'm probably there as well. I'd say I'm there as well. Dylan would have been really fun if he got. I don't even really love Dylan, but
Dylan he's a running back one if Aaron Jones is down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. Mostert would actually be really fun on this team. We can get Mostert. If not, wow, this guy's going Tony and Sky Moore. Why not, brother? He doesn't. Not even like he has Mahomes. Like, I don't really understand what he's doing there, but respect. So P Ryan has gone. I'll say running back falls off a little bit after him. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that I'm. Yeah, Brian Robinson's gone. Jamal Williams gone. So like those early season hammers are pretty dried up.
I think I'm really looking at Mostert right here.
I agree. If he's gone, backup plan is probably Bateman. It doesn't feel great though. At that point, no matter what, we're done taking wide receivers. Yes, Mostert would be sweet. Give a backup plan if he's gone?
No, I mean the rest is like upside backups. A-Chain, Bigsby.
It was Kincaid.
Let's go.
Team 6 looking at RB. I mean, he just looked Jamal. Come on now. It'd be pretty redundant. Come on, brother. Trying to see where he's been going recently.
Penny.
Oh. And now we wait. Don't think Team 2 watched the game last night. There's a very good chance that's the case. Evans to the Chiefs for sure. I would love to see that, but
that'd be sweet. I mean, I don't feel like they have that big, go up and get it type of receiver. I mean, I would
love to see it. Oh, you're fucking kidding, bro. All right. There goes Mostert. That's crazy. That's crazy to take Jamal and Mostert, man. It's the same archetype. All right, so our options here. Bateman. If not Bateman, we can go like A-Chain Bigsby route if you want to take an upside swing on a running back. We could bite the bullet on Dak, Kirk, or Richardson, but I think that we'll have a look at QB on the next round.
Yeah, I think we got plenty of options at QB. Let's not do that to ourselves right now.
My vote would be Bateman, but I also admit that that's pretty extreme for what we're doing here.
Well, we got three receive. We got
3 through the flex plus 2, and then if we got Bateman, that would be it. But then our stacking our QB would get a little bit funky.
Yeah,
can't go Bigsby because of ETN. Oh wow, we have 4 seconds.
All
right, I had okay. That's my bad. I really should have been more on top of that.
It's all right.
But we'll see what comes back. But that's it. That's now it. We'll take maybe one more wide receiver.
I wanted to say like A-Chain, but I think A-Chain is like under the radar enough that he'll make it back around the turn.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the question he makes it back. And if he doesn't, there's like plenty of guys with like similar archetypes of like Algier, even a Damian Harris, I don't mind on the way back. Rashad Penny too, I think is sweet. But yeah, I'm fine taking Bateman there as well. We'll see QB or running back. We'll look at next, and then the only reason we would take one last wide receiver would just be to stack to a quarterback. But yeah, from there's a huge tier break. Like now you're going all the way down to like OBJ. Actually, Rashi Rice is kind of interesting now, but
yeah, I think we're set on wide receiver.
Oh yeah,
I think we need to hammer out. There he goes.
There goes A-Chain. It's all good. My goodness, I had to get that pick in with the quickness.
Wasn't he the top of the board, so he probably would have autoed.
I'm not quite sure if he was. It might have been him, but it also might have been like Dak or something there. And you never really know with these sites who they're going to auto you. And then we got to ask for the backsies. Somebody, there will be a 10-minute break after round 10. Oh, okay. So that's what this is. Okay. So now we have an intermission here. All right. So now we can catch up on the chat, making sure our boards are all clean. All right. This is interesting. So this is when, the ring girls are coming around, pouring our drinks in our cups. It's all good vibes. Bayman is sweet here. That's what I'm saying. But holy hell, is this pretty extreme, even for me. This is a classic. This is a. I mean, I did this in another stream, but it was after starting Bijan Pollard. But this is a rare wide receiver through the flex +3 through 10 rounds. Which is interesting, but I like the way it looks. I do like the way it looks. I think that we're going to have a lot of wide receiver options. We're going to have a lot of upside at wide receiver. And if Etienne and Breece Hall crush, like we're strong everywhere besides quarterback, which I think is pretty nice. Now, I'm also open to the idea. I don't love handcuffing, obviously, but I'm kind of open to the idea of going Isaiah Likely with Andrews in case if like this injury stuff is real, and you could just you can just play Likely regardless and be pretty fine there. But I don't know. Like I also don't feel like. I mean, I guess this is technically kind of a 0 RB team.
When do we toss Likely on the end of the draft?
What's that?
Likely would just be like a last round pick, right?
Yeah, it would be. He'd be like 16, 17, 18th round.
He's pretty good athletically too. I don't hate it.
I'm not sure if he's athletic, but he looked good last year. Like he's like a top 12 start anytime that Andrews is out. But yeah, he did look good. Like on a per route basis, he was great. Yeah, I'm not crazy about him, but yeah, there is some whispers of Andrews not playing this week. We'll see. It kind of sucks to hear. But where do you rank Mingo now that DJ Chark is out? Probably wouldn't move him up a ton. It's still really tough to trust him. Also, feel free to ask me questions, fellas. I mean, we got, I don't know how long this is. He did say 10 minutes. So 10 minutes at 4:03, or no, 10 minutes at 4:58. Okay. But yeah, feel free to ask me anything.
Oh, I just realized I can see the chat too.
You were probably on maybe private chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I looking at? Hawk is the only healthy top 5 tight end. Yeah, that's kind of true. Anyone else catch the Sun God's wide open go route on blown? Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. I think he might have hit maybe Jones across the middle or something. Thoughts on Pitts? I mean, I still like Pitts. Wow, Pitts went before Waller in this draft. I mean, it makes sense with the Waller scare, but yeah, I still like Pitts. I mean, we'll kind of see how things shake out, but I think he's too talented to pass up on, especially just given the bar is so low for a tight end. Like he could put up a wide receiver 3 stat line and pay off in a big way with that. Should I trade Cup and Penny for Waddle? I wouldn't love that, but I think you could. I think most people probably prefer Waddle side. I think most people probably prefer Waddle side there. If you're fine at running back, I think you can. I always drafted this. I never lost a championship, 10-year FF veteran. Alrighty. Him versus I think I probably prefer Likely over Musgrave if Andrews is out. But like Musgrave is like a fringe top 12 play this week, maybe even higher than that. If yeah, I mean even if Dobbs can go, I don't really care. Down Cup and Watson this week. Do I start Van Jefferson or Breece Hall in my flex? Probably Breece. Like I think Van Jefferson's a fine flex play, but if you drafted Breece just to start Van over him, and then Breece has a good game and Van sucks, it's like I don't know how you can live with yourself. You think has the best drafter now through 10 rounds? Us. But if not us, probably still us. That's the crazy thing. Team 5 is interesting. It's an interesting sort of 0 RB thing they have going on here, but I'm not in love with it. They don't have Hurts stacked up at all. Yeah, I don't like any of these teams, dude. No. All these teams suck, man. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, I guess Team 6 is no, dude. 406 Kirk is pretty freaking brutal with ETN on the board. No stacks to Allen. Yeah, I'm not scared about any of these. Any stick out to you? I feel like they all kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm doing them dirty here, but yeah, none of these teams look great. What else we got? Should I pick up Mims or Nico Collins? I personally like Mims, but if it's a start this week, it'd probably be Collins. Not 100% sold on James Cook, plus with leads, they will run the clock out. I don't love him either. Musgrave 200 yards this week. I'm not quite sure about that one. You've never made the championship game, but you're undefeated. I feel it. You start this week. I would go probably Musgrave there. Yeah, Team 12 just makes no sense. Unstack Tua, come around, take Daniel Dimes. I mean, it was a fine team through 5, and then I just don't really know what he did there. Yeah, it's like a hero RB that like sucks everywhere though. You win this draft, we'll see. We'll see. I do love the aspect of Silver Bullet. I actually kind of want to look at the not the rules, I guess, but the just kind of what the Silver Bullet is here. Yeah, so I guess they're drafting at the MGM in Vegas. That's sort of cool. League. Yeah, so this is actually a really interesting league. It's like I think it's $1,200 buy-in. 1 through 3 is all play. 4 through 14 is head-to-head. First place is most total points. Next highest total points is second place. Best remaining head-to-head record with total points is tiebreaker. First or second place has best head-to-head. So you can get a little bit of a bonus if you have best head-to-head record and the most points. But $5K to first, $50,000 to first in the overall. I'd like to see who won these. It is cool that FFPC gives you the NFC gives you historical results, which is interesting. Huh. I don't recognize any of these guys. I do want to see. This is the team that won last year. Wow. Gardner Minshew at QB. Alrighty then. Minshew play down the stretch? Oh, yeah, he played for the Eagles down the stretch. Okay, so we had P. Ryan Eckler, A.J. Brown, Godwin, Waddle, Ingram, DJ Moore, Pollard. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's not a God squad.
What time is the breakover?
I want to say probably 5:08, something like that. 5:08 is what I believe here. Let's see. $10-minute break at 4:58. Yeah, so it should be 5:08, but like knowing these guys, I doubt it's right on time.
Yeah.
Should I trade Cooper Kupp now or just wait? Honestly, I don't know. I don't love selling low on hurt players. Like I think I would just hold at this point and wait for him to play a game and go from there. Would you start Musgrave or Jawan? Probably Musgrave, to be honest. How do you function with that giant Vito Corleone Ron head looming over you? You tell me, bro. Who's the guest? This is the a giveaway winner. I did on the Patreon. We hit 1,000 patrons. I did a giveaway here. I spun a wheel. Nick was the name that came up. And then we're actually doing another one of these where I think he was in the chat for a second, but we have a guy named Johnny, 2,000 patron giveaway. We're doing the same thing, but it's going to be a main event on the FFPC. But the thing is, I'm staking the buy-in. We're co-managing it. And then we're splitting the winning. So it should be fun. You should take down this $50,000. I'll get 25. My boy Nick will get 25.
Get a
be
new
very
set
nice.
of clubs.
Yeah. Then at that point, we're funding a Jersey Shore home league draft out of pocket. Maybe you bring your home league down there. What else we got in? Minshew won my league last year with Hurts getting hurt. Yeah, Minshew must have been good. I mean, if this guy had won the silver bullet with Minshew in his QB spot, then he must have been pretty good. This is a weird question, Nick, but you play any video games?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I dabble.
You dabble?
I was really big into like Destiny 2.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day. I actually just hooked up my Xbox again, and I'm looking at Starfield.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, my buddy was telling me about Starfield. I was really asking him more so because 2K came out today, and I'm excited to play it. But it sounds like that's not you mess with sports games at all? Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
FIFA. And
FIFA's dope.
FIFA was a thing in college because of FIFA shots, and that was like our pregame game every time.
How would that work? What, you let up a goal and take a shot or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're back in here. That's dope. Yeah, FIFA's in my opinion, FIFA's probably the best couch play sports game, and it's probably also the most fun Ultimate Team that any of those games have to offer.
Yeah, I agree. But then there's a lot of people that spend a lot of money on those Ultimate Teams.
Yeah. All right, so there goes Kirk. I will say, I think my first option here would be a Rich.
Yeah, and just lock that down.
Yeah, I mean, like Dak goes ahead of him, and in 6-point passing to you, he might be better. I guess my thoughts are I'd rather shoot for maximum upside with Richardson, and then just worry about one of these pocket guys afterwards. But you could talk me into either. I'm not sure if you're looking at running backs here. Like it is fair to say. I mean, Richardson's ADP is 12th round, so I mean, like we could wait on him. Dak is 10th round. But I guess just archetype wise, it makes some sense to me to take Richardson unstacked, and then one of these pocket guys whenever we choose. But I'm also not married to that idea. And then we also have running backs on the. I'm actually open to the idea of going a running back and taking one of like Dak or Richardson if either make it back to us. But there is no guarantee.
That because like everybody from team 6 to 1 to 6 has like a QB that's.
I agree.
Like the fact that 2 of them go with a second QB. I don't know what these guys in the draft room.
Dude, somebody might have gotten screwed. Oh boy. I'm not sure. Because you figure some of these guys are in person. All right, yeah, something's up. All right, there's Higbee.
Second tight end. Oof.
Yeah, that is interesting. Fryermuth, Kincaid, and Joku. All right. Higbee off the board.
What do you got on the running backs right now?
I got Elijah Mitchell, Gainwell, Rashad Penny. I will say in terms of ADP, so there goes Gainwell. If we were to go running back here, my vote would probably be Rashad Penny, but you could talk me into any of Elijah Mitchell, Algier, Damian Harris.
I'd say let's go Penny.
I like Penny as well. I think that he has sweet upside, and like he's so cheap these days. As much as I've been drafting Swift, I think Penny is also a great pick. Yeah, so let's lock in Penny and we'll see what makes it back to us. We have a little bit of leverage on the teams that drafted early as well. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like Penny, the biggest reason why I'm bullish on Swift right now is because Penny is like for some reason out of favor with the coaching staff. But if you told me, gun to my head, who's going to be this year's Miles Sanders, like if they all had an equal shot, it would be Penny. Like he's by far the best pure rusher in that backfield. It just comes down to him actually being in the mix. But I think he could earn a roll down the stretch, be a guy we start later on. I am a Penny man. I am a Penny man, but I haven't taken a lot of him in manage. It doesn't feel like. So I am glad to get him there. Especially at cheap.
This is a fab budget, right?
Yeah, it's like $1,000 fab.
So we just running throw back, money at an RB2 if we need it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we can get away with Etienne Brees week 1, and if like Brees is an absolute disaster in week 1, like we can definitely scramble and put in a pretty fat bid on whoever the hot commodity of week 1 is. Chill vibes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's the day after the Thursday game. We're out here. It is chill vibes. Yeah, 2K NBA 2K came out today, I believe. I'll be playing it, but I have a strong feeling that I'm not going to enjoy it. Damn it, Damian Harris would have been cool. McKinnon gone? Doesn't look like it. McKinnon's interesting as a. I don't like McKinnon, but if he's going to fall because of not doing anything, I will say it is pretty scary for anybody with Chiefs running back bags outside of Clyde. Like Clyde's very much in the mix, and this backfield being a three-man committee makes all of them sort of unstartable. Is sort of the issue.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Clyde was definitely thrown in the mix.
Oh yeah, and we have quite a little bit of Clyde. Now this is the guy. If someone's going to take Richardson, it'd be Team 1, and if he does, we'll still have a pretty decent look at Dak or Geno on the way back. So it's not the end of the world. But he does need wide receivers very bad here, and he goes Dak. Okay, that's fine by me. And JMO. I'm surprised. I think Rashee Rice is still available.
He is.
God damn it. Definitely can't justify a wide receiver at this point. Oh, you're fucking kidding, bro. All right. There is a Richardson pick. I have to be honest, this is where it could get ugly. We have to make it. We need Geno to make it past this JSN drafter. But even then, where would you say your head's at on QB? I think worst case we need one of Geno, Goff, Rodgers.
So I came around on Rodgers just because if he's checking down by the goal line like he did in like that Giants Jets opener game to just jump balls with Garrett Wilson, that could be good.
Oh yeah. I will say Team 11 is very alive to take Rodgers. I think if we passed on him, I think that he would be gone by the time we get back.
I don't hate
that's
Rodgers.
An early Foreman pick.
But I would think prefer
I think
Geno.
my vote would be Geno. Yeah, I think my vote would be Geno. We don't have anything Seahawks related. I'm trying to think of what we could even figure out in terms of being in terms of Seahawk. Lazard's not around. That was never going to happen. Trying to think of like which one of this bunch would be the easiest to stack here. Goff doesn't really have a wide receiver.
You could probably do Rodgers and Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, but that's in managed. I don't know that we'd ever play him.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, you want to run Geno here? I'm open to anything. We also got like McKinnon, Algier. If you just want to go running back.
I have no idea what these guys are going to do around the turn. Let's just take Geno and get it over with.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what we're going to do stacking wise with Geno, but I'm very much fine just taking Geno and living to see another day.
This is a no trade league, right?
Yeah, no trades. JSN, Lockett, Metcalf, all gone. Running backs are gone. Yeah, so we're just going to have a naked Geno. We're going to need our second quarterback's going to need to be stacked in some way or fashion, but that's not as difficult of a task. It sucks. We couldn't get Richardson or Dak because that's also the thing about them is they're so easy to stack in the back half of a draft where you could go Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, Michael Gallup is always hanging around. But it's just the way it is. Damn, I really can't believe Team 2 took Richardson, but it is what it is. There goes Rashee Rice.
Algier comes back around.
I like that call as well.
Well, I mean, Algier or McKinnon's still on the board too.
Yeah, McKinnon's interesting as well. I don't even like McKinnon, but in the 13th round.
I mean, he's, Algier might be a better upside play because McKinnon's kind of in a, like you said, 3 running back
Yeah, 100%.
situation.
He's a guy. I mean, I'm looking at ADP before this game. I mean, he was going as a 10th round pick. Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty nice discount. Trying to think through. There goes Wow, that's an early Tucker. So Tucker went, Spears went. We could use a lot of running backs. Use a lot of running backs and some sort of stacking option to our QB. All right, there goes McKinnon. I mean, you could talk me into Noah Fant with Geno Smith, but I really don't know that that's even worth it.
Yeah, when are we going to start Fant? I mean,
there goes Algier. All right. Algier and McKinnon both gone here. Shocked that Team 11 passed on Rodgers.
Kendra on the board.
Yeah, Kendra is on the board. Kendra's ADP as of recently. There goes Singletary.
Kendra, I think, just got dropped down to like projected at 0 points. I don't know
He's
if his injury got
late
worse.
13th. He's a late 13th, so he's not crazy to take here. I think my vote would probably be Kendra. There goes Goff. You could talk me into Kendra or Aaron Rodgers here. I'm down for either.
I don't love Kendra right here.
All right, do you want to lock in? We can lock in Rodgers. You go with like a Tyler Conklin later.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to go with the tight end with Rodgers.
Yeah, perfect. And we can go like Conklin. If not Conklin, we can figure something else out. It's not a huge deal to have neither of these QBs like super stacked here. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. It's not ideal how QB played out here. I'll be the first one to say it. I think we're all right. Trying to think what else we can do. You can't really take any of the handcuffs. Like Carter's not going to do much. You could talk into McCole, but I don't know that we ever start McCole on this team is really the issue. I think it's sort of Conklin or bust, to be honest.
Yeah, our wide receiver room is too deep to be starting a flyer on McCole.
Yeah. It's not like there's a rookie with upside that would make sense either. Yeah, so it's going to be a naked Geno and Aaron Rodgers to Conklin is kind of what we're looking at. We're saying Zach Moss. I don't hate that idea. You could talk me into Zach Moss. You could talk me into Deion Jackson. I think both are still hanging around. Yeah, I mean, in like a 0 RB build, it makes sense. I think from here on out, it pretty much has to be running backs and Conklin is kind of what we're looking at the rest of the way. I would say any of these fringe guys, if you have any thoughts on any of them, or like a favorite, let me know. I'd say Kendre Miller sticks out to me on the way back. I like Hubbard as well if he's there. Clyde, of course, you could talk me into. Okay, so we got some. I got some running backs that I like here actually. I'll pull up the list of these guys if you want to look at any of them, but we'll go Kendre. Jeff Wilson and Manage is pretty brutal. I think he's someone that you would cut most of the time. I like Hubbard, Clyde. Foreman did go. Deion Jackson and Zach Moss. Oh, damn. Deion Jackson just went. Okay. Moss. I guess you could talk me into Jerome Ford, but I'm not crazy about it.
Singletary on there?
No, he's already gone. I guess you could talk me into Wilson, but probably not. Yeah, I think Singletary's gone. I guess Samir White. Yeah, I mean, like we're talking pretty brutal running back options here. I guess Evan Hull is also kind of fun if we want to take any shots in the Colts backfield. We could.
I'd rather take a shot in the Colts backfield with like Moss. If we do.
Yeah, I agree. I actually don't. I'm starting to come around. Oh, of course, Moss goes. I'm open to the idea of like, I don't know, Michael Carter or something on the Jets, but I still don't think that it really even needs to happen there. Just to get some mini correlation with these guys, but I think we're going to be all right. Too many Ravens pass catchers.
We got 2.
I'm all right with it. You said Richardson loves Rodgers likes his tight ends. I'm not sure if that's quite true, but I am definitely. I mean, I'm gonna eye up where Conklin goes in these. Oh, Conklin's like a last round pick in the last few days. Oh, we have Brees with Rodgers. Why don't I think of that? I never think of the running back stack. What a fucking beauty, Nicholas. What a fucking beauty, man.
Yeah, I did.
What
I
a
totally missed
fucking
that
beauty.
too.
Because especially with Brees Hall's pass catching role, where he can be like Aaron Jones. Like I'm all the way back in on this. I'm all the way back in on this. I think the only thing is maybe we should have just if I had thought of that. That's the second time that's happened now. Where I took Dak unknowingly on a Pollard team and was like, "Fuck, he's not stacked." And it's like, yeah, he is. Damn, what a great call. What a beauty there, Nicholas. But if I had thought, because we were like, oh yeah, like Rodgers probably gets taken by Team 11, and then also we don't really have a stack with him. But if we knew about Brees,
would have went Rodgers over Geno.
Not even Rodgers over Geno, but maybe instead of Geno, we could have gone like McKinnon or Algier.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. I mean, now we have 2 high floor guys, and like that whole tier is pretty much wiped out now. Where like your next best quarterback, now you're going down to like your Pickett, Russ, Derek Carr area, which feels pretty thin. Like those are fine backup QBs if you have your Burrow, Lawrence, or something like that. But your QB1 is Rodgers or Geno. I like kind of double dipping there. So yeah, I'm fine with it. And I know that this is a 0 RB team, but I'm I'm almost kind of treating it as a double hero team, with the way that we sort of structured it. But yeah, we'll just pound some running back options here. Do any of the guys that I start stand out to you? I think that the top 2 in Kendre and Hubbard would be my main. Kendre goes. God damn, dude. God damn. Yeah, Team 5 is now hammering the running backs out. Would you be cool with Hubbard as just like a handcuff? Like I don't really have a. I think we're kind of in a spot where we just like have to keep taking shots on running backs.
Yeah, no, I agree. We have 3, right?
Yeah, yeah, we do literally have 3. 3 in a 0 RB build. Yeah, so this is a ballsy team, but in a tournament like this, I honestly love it. Yeah, I mean, if we hit on our 2 running backs, this team is cracked. Let's see it, Beckman. Let's see it, bud. All right, so we'll take Hubbard here.
Yeah.
We got some options at running back. By options, I mean nothing that crazy. What do you think about Watson and Amari stack? That's fine for me. Just heard about Waller. Nicholas gets a cut. I mean, we took Rodgers regardless. We just didn't really understand
what we were doing.
Yeah. But yeah, Amari Watson stack is nice. There aren't really many stacks that I like seek out. It's really more of a it's really more I already have this player. I would like to stack them, where if I take Amari in the 4th round, then I'm very much fine taking Deshaun later because I've already bet on that passing offense. But I'm really going into a draft like targeting a certain stack. Roll the dice and Kareem Hunt. I don't love Kareem Hunt, man. I think that he's just washed at this point. Hasn't signed with anybody. Like if I'm going to take a shot on a free agent running back, it'd probably be Fournette, which it feels weird because it's like they're both very similar archetypes. It's just like out of shape old running backs past their prime, but Fournette's big enough to get carries between the tackle and then also catch passes, which I think is interesting.
Zamir White on the board.
Yeah, Zamir White's on the board. I do think I think Evan Hull is interesting. Just take a shot at the Colts backfield and see how that shakes out, and we can always just drop him. After that, you're looking like Zamir. I do like Clyde. Clyde had kind of a role last night. I don't think he did anything to the point where we could start him. Yeah, no, there's no way. 3.9, 22% snap share. Yes, nothing crazy there, but crazy how fast running back loses their value. This is true. Penn State's baby Saquon Barkley got freaking embarrassed this offseason.
Yeah, that was rough. He's such a good guy, too. It's tough.
Yeah, 100%. Saquon, he's tough to root against. It does suck. Honestly, I think the thing that sucks the most about Saquon is just that he ever got hurt just because he was so electric. coming out, Prince was promised, was everything he was teed up to be as well. Let's see. Like, I remember his games in college were like Saquon had me tuning into a fucking like Big Ten 12 p.m. kickoff against Iowa and like being excited about it. He had one game against Iowa, dude. Like I'm sure he had plenty of games against Iowa, but there's like one that sticks out in my head where he was just killing everybody, like hurdling people. So I'm thinking my lean here would probably be Evan Hull, but I'm open to ideas. Hull does go. I don't even see Hull. Oh, he goes 18th round. So I mean, like we could, if you wanted to go. I mean, I'll always keep up with. Oh, so this guy just took Hull in front of us. You're kidding. Okay, so Hull's no longer an option. My vote would be Clyde, but I'm open to whatever.
Yeah, I mean, take a shot.
And we'll see what happens.
At least he was on the field.
At least he was on the field, exactly. He has a handcuff with 2 passed upside. I'll take Clyde all day long.
We do have to hammer it. When do we? In the event that Mark Andrews doesn't start week 1, do we take like a Musgrave?
Musgrave is interesting. I think we could take a Musgrave. I'm also open to taking. I'm also open to the idea of taking either Tyler Conklin or Isaiah Likely.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. That's the Isaiah Likely is not a bad because in. Then what do? We just pick somebody up for a bye week, I guess.
Yeah, you just pick somebody up for a bye week, and anytime the Andrews is down, you have a spot start.
Yeah. Then we, pull the ejection cord and grab Noah Fant a week where Conklin off the waiver wire.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can still take a guy like Conklin. I'd imagine Conklin and Likely go right around the same part. So we can kind of see when that comes to us. Are you landing the plane yet? Oh, we're landing the plane, brother. Oh, the plane is. We've told everybody to get their seatbelt on. Clear the runway for the fellas. So with Watson and Musgrave out and Reed out, Watson out, Musgrave and Reed should have a bigger role for the Packers on Sunday. I think you're right. Reed still to me is like a fringe flex play, but I do like Musgrave this week as like a top 12-ish option. But yeah, it is wild that Musgrave is still out there in this room. There's Everett. Yeah, Musgrave's ADP in here is 1501. If he got back to us in the middle of the 16th, we probably should just take him to take him.
Who's that?
Musgrave. There goes Dolchich. Burkhan's Tony. Tim Kelly just popping in here to roast Kadarius Toney. I wonder if Tony's gotten in anyone's DMs after last night.
Yeah, that one interception that Mahomes had, the pick 6.
Yeah, dude.
Right through Tony's hands.
He was wide open too.
This guy, 3 QBs. Team 1.
Yep.
Team 1's got Kupp, Taylor, and 3 QBs.
2 tight ends. Yeah. Interesting draft from Team 1. Interesting draft. Oh, Kadarius Toney disabled his Twitter account. He deleted his Twitter. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Dude, those voice memos of him like getting in people's DMs and like cursing them out is so funny, dude. Musgrave is really going to dare us to not take him here. There's Bryce Young. Somebody take Musgrave, man. Even if Musgrave is here, I don't know if he's really the pick. think you could talk me into
Zamir White.
Yeah, Zamir White. I think Zamir White, Jerome Ford. Like, I mean, they're not sexy options, but
Is Mims still on the board?
no, Mims is gone. Mims went, he went 11th here. Nothing else is really that sexy. I mean, if you want to take a shot at one of the Chargers guys, you have the Jets backfield who plays the Browns. Jerome Ford still around? Yeah. Seattle, Pittsburgh. Neither of them have backups. I'm just thinking through week 17 now at this point. Two or three tight end. This is probably a 2 tight end build. You started, Tony? God damn. Wow, Josh Reynolds, huh? All right. Do you have a lean between Musgrave or one of the running backs?
Nope.
I think we go running back. As much as I would like Musgrave, I honestly think Conklin and Likely just make a lot more sense on this team.
Yeah.
You like? It seems like you like White. I'm down to go White.
Yeah, let's try it.
Direct handcuff to Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs goes down. He's
a ton of touches.
Plug and play.
It was a fun back in college, Zamir White. Yeah, he DM'd Akash, which was hilarious. Akash is on Twitter. Hunt will be a league-winning keep sleeping. He is great. Maybe we'll take him on the next turn. Those picks counting as interceptions because the QB are so harsh. Yeah, absolutely brutal for Mahomes. Threw it right on the money, wide open receiver. Just awful. It's got water everywhere. All right, there's Musgrave.
We taking Likely with this?
Let's see.
What's ADP telling us? Because I feel
Likely
like that's
is a late 18th. Conklin's a 20th. So honestly, I think that the play is
we need a kicker and a
kicker and defense are two of these.
Likely and Conklin.
Yeah, I would say most likely the play is probably 17th round. We try to grab one more running back, but if it's just like air and we can just punt it and take, like a guy like Rico Daddle's not getting drafted in these rooms, like Keontae Ingram, like once you start getting to that realm of things, and then we could take tight end here. We could cape up and take a kicker, but most likely one of these is running back, one is a tight end, and then kicker defense. But you could talk me into, I don't know, if you like a certain kicker, we can take one in the 17th. I mean,
I just stream whatever kicker in a dome.
Yeah.
That's just literally what I do.
What did Bucker do yesterday? Butker 8. Okay, it's not really great. You could talk me into Daniel. Oh, I was gonna say you could talk me into Daniel Carlson, but there he goes. Yeah, Josh Kelly could be fun. We would go Likely over Knox just because we have Andrews, and I'm fine handcuffing a tight end, where Likely would be a top 12 option anytime that Andrews goes down. You're saying Youngway Koo. Greg Joseph. Mahomes going to be like Rodgers, barely any weapons provided for him. That is interesting. I mean, Rodgers had weapons out the ass until like just last year, I guess.
I think Ford is still on the board.
Yeah, I like Jerome Ford here if he gets there. I mean, this stage of the game, AP doesn't really matter, but his ADP is 14th round, Jerome Ford. Direct handcuff to Chubb. Gets a week 18 or week 17 matchup versus the Jets in case we make it that far. So there's Ferguson. All right, so Jerome Ford here.
Yeah, let's get Ford. Then we'll do the Likely cuff and stream Conklin on the. I don't even know when is the Ravens bye?
I think it's 13. Yeah, 13. Yeah, we're a little thin at running back. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
No,
But I mean,
if Etienne and Hall both hit,
oh, then we're chilling.
we're starting a golf channel.
Oh, we're starting a golf channel, dude. With $50,000 from the Silver Bullet.
That's enough to get some clubs and membership and.
No, it's true. Truly see. But yeah, probably no golf for me this weekend. I have to. I'm getting the dynasty rankings this weekend. Much as I would like to go golfing, it's not even that nice out over here. You said you were in Washington D.C. You go golfing out there?
I just moved here. Actually, I'm in the process of moving here.
Oh yeah, you were telling me like that's why we rescheduled this and.
Yeah, I don't even have a couch. Like, I think I got the tailgating chair watching the TV. That's gonna be my Sunday setup right there. I got the tailgating chair. Dude. I'm gonna get a little, cooler.
Like a camper pop-out chair.
Yeah, camper pop-out chair. I'm gonna get a cooler, fill it with a 6 or 12 pack. I don't know how I'm feeling on Sunday, and just load up the YouTube TV Sunday ticket.
Let's go golfing. I feel it. Game you guys are the most excited about on Sunday? Probably Dolphins Chargers. Probably Dolphins Chargers, but you could talk me into. I do want to see the Ravens and the Falcons offense is pretty bad.
Who? Commanders are still on the board. Commanders are playing the Cardinals week 1.
Yeah. We could definitely go with them. If both the tight ends are still on the board, I'm pretty comfortable just keep on pushing them.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Guy's a baller if you can afford Washington, D.C. Okay. It's expensive down there?
I mean, not terrible. I came from...
You see monuments out the window, or like how inside of Washington, D.C. are we talking?
Yeah, I'm in the Wharf District of D.C.
Oh, shit.
So, I mean, the monument's like right out there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's an interesting spot to be in. I've heard mixed reviews about the D.C. Baltimore sort of area.
I think D.C.'s a little bit, from what I've seen, it's pretty nice in this Wharf area. I also walked over to like the Navy Yard where the National Stadium is.
Yeah.
And, was just out drinking in the Navy Yard with some buddies the other night.
Like military Navy?
Navy? Yeah, military Navy. They just call it the Navy Yard. It's super industrial.
And that's just a little mini city or town or whatever?
Yeah, it's just a little district.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
You going into any Commanders games?
Yeah, I might check them out. The Commander Stadium's a little bit outside the city.
Yeah.
But definitely on the list of things. I'm more excited. I love watching hockey games live.
Oh, yeah.
So I definitely want to check out the Capitals when, Rangers in town.
You're a Rangers fan too? God damn it, dude. Rangers and Giants.
Are you a Devils fan?
Yeah, dude. I was at Game 7 at Prudential. I was waving you boys out.
Damn. They got a good team.
The Devils got a great team. I hate Shesterkin, bro.
I was converted because I used to work in Manhattan for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And just going to the Garden was just,
Yeah, that sounds insane.
Hockey games in the Garden just hit different. It's different than Prudential.
No, yeah, I imagine it is. Prudential is still fun though. I'll see Seton Hall games there too. I'm thinking what we're thinking Washington defense here, and then we can push Likely and Conklin.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these guys already have 2 tight ends.
I mean, that's going to be my strategy this entire season is like whoever's playing the Cardinals.
Yeah. For defense.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I was thinking about just like launching a pick'em and also doing same strategy.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that. All right, so let's do all right, Washington Commanders D. There we go. Still some good kickers on the board. It's really the only two kickers I know in terms of Tyler Bass and Younghoe Koo. After that, I think that you're pretty much just punting. So let's see. Now, for anybody out there wondering, we have another high stakes draft coming after this with another patron who won a giveaway. I'll probably take an intermission to pee, if I'm being completely honest here. And then we have a main event on the FFPC. So that should be fun. But these are fun. These are fun to do after the Thursday game. You do get a weird board, but it's interesting that nothing too crazy happened to the point where anything really gets changed. It'll be interesting to see in a tight end premium where Kelsey will go. Seattle plays the Cardinals twice. Interesting. Tyler Bass went to your rival high school, huh? How many points did Lions D get last night? That's actually a great question. They had to get a little bit with the touchdown.
Pick 6.
Ooh, still just 9 points on sleeper.
But who in their right mind was starting a defense against Mahomes with the possibility of Kelsey?
No one, but in these formats, you'd be surprised because you get the free look where you can grab Lions D, see if they do well, and then from there you can start them or not. It's weird the way that these contests run like that, but you can sort of galaxy brain yourself into some things. Like I think I'm gonna have some teams that I played the Chiefs defense, and now I'm gonna put in a waiver claim for a different defense and drop them for Sunday. Yeah, I mean it's pretty sicko stuff there.
There goes Koo.
Reinforce how important Kelsey is. Oh yeah. Yeah, Koo's gone. Could talk me into Bass over the tight ends. Like there's a very good chance that neither of these tight ends go. There's probably a good chance that Bass goes here, actually. We'll see. Should I trade Cup for DK and Akers? I'm going to say nah. I think it's sort of close. Like, I guess Cup and DK Metcalf are now sort of both third rounders, but I'm holding Cup there. Like, that doesn't feel good at all. Wow, Justin Watson, huh? Did Justin Watson score a touchdown last night? Who scored the touchdown for the Chiefs? Watson did not score a touchdown.
Rashee Rice and he was another passing touchdown. 2 passing touchdowns.
Is it MVS?
And 2 field goals.
No, maybe. Maybe Justin Ross, actually. Am I blanking on this? Hope not Justin Ross. Blake Bell.
Tight end.
Right? Yeah. Blake Bell.
If he's related to Drake, though.
I guess I'm open to the idea of if you have a tight end that's hurt, let's say you draft Kelsey, you could just take Bell and start him week 1 in this format. But
yeah, that's not, I think we're getting in the galaxy brain area.
Oh, yeah. 9.2, though. 9.2 is 9.2. For a tight end, that might be a top 12 finish this week. Tannehill. I say it's tough. You could talk me into Bass here, but I say we probably go likely and lock that in.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, but
he's way past ADP at this point, right?
Yeah, just about. Or this is about where he goes.
Yeah. As soon as he
actually,
starts
no,
popping
you're right
onto...
that he's past ADP. He's actually an 18th. Which isn't anything. I mean, it's not insane to get an 18th and 19th, but we'll take that.
Yeah, and then what kickers are in domes?
Let's see. In terms of kickers, we have I think Jaguars kicker technically. They're going to be in Indianapolis, which is like kind of a dome. Brandon McManus.
I think like home dome is ideal.
Let's see.
So obviously like crowd's silent.
Matt Gay for the Colts. I guess Greg Joseph for the Vikings is interesting.
Yeah, I think I picked up Joseph in one area.
I'm curious, chat. Let me know if you guys have any kicker recommendations, man. This is what we're rocking with here. Let's see. So kickers, we are looking
off the
at.
board?
Oh, I mean, Bass is still there, but then after that, we're looking at. I mean, I'll just sort by points from last year. We have Seahawks kicker, which I guess is Myers, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Myers. You have Cowboys, who I think are going to be in New York. It's interesting that both primetime games this week. I mean, if you're not counting Thursday, which I guess 2 of the 3 are going to be at MetLife. I think so. Patriots kicker.
I also love the fact that both primetime games are New York teams.
Yeah, exactly. New York is back up. Dicker the kicker. What does Dicker play for?
No idea.
Dicker the kicker. Chargers. That's interesting. Wow. If Bill's kicker doesn't get taken, I would love Bill's kicker. I think the teams that he has to make it past is Team 3 and Team 1. I highly doubt they do. People are saying Seahawks kicker. No, Younghoe Koo. No, Younghoe Koo's taken. This is a weird format where it's team kicker. So Falcons purple is Younghoe Koo. Let's join the Broncos, not dome, but altitude. That's actually interesting. Bills defense, probably Bills kicker as well, buddy. And Bills kicker as well. Will Lutz in a dome. I think Will Lutz is going to be on the road in a dome this week versus Vegas. Gano just signed. Yeah, Gano did just get paid big money. Could talk me into Graham Gano. Not quite in a dome, though. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so
yeah. If you want, I'm down to go Gano.
I can get behind Gano. I'll be watching the game.
You guys fucking paid him.
I'll be a few beverages deep, so every time the kicker trots out there, I'll have something to root for.
It won't be too sad. Trying to see where this report is, but the Giants did just hand them out a pretty fat contract.
3-year extension.
I wanted to see what the figure was, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Jaleel McLaughlin, man. He's been getting drafted everywhere. He's the 3rd stringer on the Broncos that somehow made the team over.
No other terms of the deal were announced. Just 3 years.
Just 3 years, damn.
What, 36? It takes him to 39.
All right, so I think my vote for kicker, I think we go Gano.
Sick.
$17 million. Oh, you said $17 million. That's interesting. $17 million for 3 years.
To kick.
Man, y'all couldn't give that to Saquon.
I wish, man.
All right, so let's do the Giants kicker.
Yeah.
But all right, that's the final squad. I will say I'm going to probably send you out of here so I can go pee and then get this next guy in here. But the team, I'm pretty happy with it, man. Gino, Etienne, Brees Hall, Diggs, Olave, Mike Dubb, Andrews, Evans with Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnson, Bateman off the bench, Penny as running back. Off the bench, you have Rodgers stacked to Brees, Hubbard, Clyde, Zamir White, Jerome Ford, Isaiah Likely. Any closing thoughts here, Nick, before I go pee and take a small break between drafts?
No, I like it. Definitely excited for it. Thanks for all the great content that you're putting out. Keep it up. My championship depends on it. So,
do you have anything to plug? Do you have any content anyone should look out for, Nick?
Yeah. My DJ handle is at DJ Trizzo on Instagram.
Dude, I'm actually gonna follow you because I'll see when you're playing in Morristown and shit. And I'm gonna have to see what's up.
I'll be coming back up. I'll play. I mean, I play in Morristown, Charleston. I'll probably pick up some gigs down here in DC. But I'll let you know when I'm in Morristown.
Definitely. All right, I just followed you. I appreciate the time, man. I will make sure that we get this set up for the co-managers by the end of the weekend. But I appreciate you coming out. I'm gonna remove you now, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I'll see you, man.
All right. See you later, man.
All right, fellas. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to just put what can I do here? We will be back soon. Perfect. Give me this. Get my head out of here. This out. This works. All right, I'll be right back. All right, fellas. Let's get this boy in here. What's up, fellas? What's up? We are back. Did bring some mystery beverages as well. All right, so I have to work with the quickness here. Let's get our other buddy in here. This is Johnny. He won the 2000 patron giveaway. We will be doing a main event on the FFPC here together, which should be fun. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Been going crazy in terms of these streams here. Slightly out of breath. Let's get Johnny in here. His name on Discord is JohnnySins69. See who we're working with here, Johnny. All right, so let's get this team pulled up. Main event with Johnny. I think this one we're from the 5 spot. Let's see. Main event. Enter the draft room. All right, so we're in here. Question is where Johnny's at. I'm just going to message him on Patreon right now. But how's everybody doing in the chat, man? How's everybody doing in the chat? Well, we got Johnny in here. What's going on?
Hey man, how's it going? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going?
Excellent.
I just got us pulled up here. We got Johnny Sins on Discord. What a name.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this is a FFPC draft. It is a tight end premium, 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running back, 2 flex, full PPR. And that's pretty much all of the quirks here.
All right.
I don't see anybody I really recognize in here. But yeah, this should be solid. But yeah, this is a main event. So this is a $2,000 team. It's only $1,600 because I got a discount because this is not my first one. But this should be fun. It's like $1 million first place.
All right.
Yeah, the boy Johnny is in here.
Yeah.
Crazy about Waller. Yeah, the Waddle shit is pretty crazy. Or Waller. I'm gonna pull up the ADP here, and then I'm gonna also get a fresh set of rankings to cross off.
You said it was tight end premium, is right? Oops, sorry.
Yeah, tight end premium.
Tight end premium. Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin. I go to school here at UW, so.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm at. Yep.
What's that, Madison?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's actually sweet, dude. You guys got good basketball, football. Football got a lot of hype this year, right?
They have, yeah. First game was a little shaky, but pulled out the win.
Who'd they play?
We played.
The running backs are sweet, though. I know that about Wisconsin. It was definitely non-conference.
It was Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah, Buffalo. That's a pretty random team.
Yeah.
Wisco,
running backs went off. I'm looking at, Braylon Allen dynasty potential there. I'm a big fan of his game, so.
He's interesting. Where I think he might have played like linebacker in high school, but he's like 240 or something crazy. He kind of looks like AJ Dillon.
Yeah, he's a tank out there.
And it seems like the other running back was going crazy too. I don't even know his name, but they have.
Yeah, big Ches Malusi. Yeah, he had a breakaway run. He was going nuts too.
Yeah, this ain't rough first half. And the other twist is with this format is you can start Chiefs and Lions players retroactively.
Right. Okay. So it's like the last one you did.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's Jefferson and Chase gone. In tight end premium, you can debate Kelsey, but I think with the injury, it's pretty tough at 5. I'd say, honestly, whatever of McCaffrey, Bijan, and Tyreek get back to us here is kind of the way that I am leaning here. But we'll see what gets back. Why not? There goes McCaffrey. I would have loved a McCaffrey team. I had a buddy, Jacob Sanderson. I think he did a main event recently. I think he did one yesterday where he got maybe it was a 350, but he got McCaffrey at like 8. Just crazy.
Oh, wow.
Rooms.
That's wild.
I thought maybe we were live to get him at 5, but seems not.
It's not.
Let's see what we're going to do here for. He goes Eckler. Okay. So we have a choice between Tyreek Hill and Bijan here.
All right.
I'm curious if you have a lean there or...
Yeah, so I was given the same option and I drafted it the other day, and I did take Bijan. I'm into the hype, so.
All right.
But it's a coin toss for me as well. Totally open to both.
Would you be like, because you took the other spot, would you want to do it again or sort of split up your eggs? I'm cool with either, to be real.
I'm down to take Tyreek, just to split it up a little bit, but.
Yeah, I actually like that. I like that too. We'll see what makes it back to us.
Sure.
Especially in these rooms, I've been liking kind of the wide receiver start. And Tyreek at 5 is actually sweet in this sort of room.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine by me. We'll see what gets back to us. It's going to get pretty ugly. I would love if Andrews got back, but I don't know if he will. Maybe Kelsey, but I don't think he will either in this room. The late second has been pretty brutal recently. Like we just have to take Olave at 206, which I like Olave. He's fine, but
yeah,
middle of the second Olave is never super fun. But you said you go to Wisconsin?
Yeah. I'm a junior here, so.
Are you like posted up at a dorm right now?
No, it's my apartment.
Okay.
Mhm.
Big baller.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
something like
you're a
that.
junior, would make sense to be in a dorm or whatever.
Yeah. Usually people get out pretty quick here.
Yeah, I couldn't, dude. I mean, I've talked about it before, but I didn't go to like traditional 4-year. Like,
Mhm.
did you do the dorm thing early on? I imagine, yeah.
No, I went
No?
right into an apartment because I came in
There you
during
go.
COVID, so like we
That
had
makes
free reign
sense.
to do whatever we want. And I knew a guy who went here already, so
Dorms are an insane concept to me. Like, it literally looks like
right.
prison.
Yeah, they don't got AC. They don't. It wasn't for
You
me.
could get sick pretty easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like,
a lot of my friends were just out of it for.
yeah,
weeks
I've
and-
heard of that shit.
Yeah.
I will say it sounds. I have heard as well. I'm a big Barstool guy, so I've heard Big Cat talk glowingly about campus. Like, I've heard
Right.
Madison's like beautiful. It's a really nice college
It
town
really
or
is.
whatever.
Yeah, it's great.
And you guys have good sports teams, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no complaints. For
Basketball's kind of been lacking though. Basketball's kind of been lacking
Basketball,
a little bit.
yeah, for sure. Hopefully they can turn it back around. Last year's disappointing. Year before that was good though. That was a fun year.
Yeah. The last Wisconsin team that I remember like actually being really good was the Kaminsky team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious too. Are you like Wisconsin born and raised, and like this was always
I am.
a school you wanted to go
I
to?
lived a few hours from here growing up. So
Oh, that's dope, dude.
yeah, it's kind of
And
a goal.
how's I don't need to get like super federal, but how's like I'm always curious, dude. Jersey's in-state tuition is garbage. Like it's insane, dude.
Mhm.
Like I was gonna maybe go to Rutgers here and like nothing, dude. Like it was looking like $30K a year, but I've heard in a lot of places like in-state, like they kind of hook it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a third of out of
Wow.
state. So we get a big.
That's
big
very
discount
nice.
here. Yeah, for sure.
If only, bro. I don't know what's good with Jersey, but everywhere, dude. Seton Hall, TCNJ.
Sure, yeah.
No one's really helping stuff out. I'm sure TCNJ is a deep cut. That's the College of New Jersey. For anybody out there who's curious, that's dope. Like I know. I don't know how deep in the weeds you are with Wisconsin basketball, but I remember like Tyler Hero was a Wisconsin guy, and he was supposed to go to Wisconsin, and he like I guess he did like a late swap or whatever.
He did, yeah. So we kind of don't like him, but
yeah, I imagine
it's what it is, yeah.
Because would you consider Wisconsin Midwest? It's like
for sure.
Yeah,
we do.
Because I feel like that area, like Indiana, all of that, like they take basketball pretty seriously up in that area, which I do like. There goes Pollard. So Pollard, Chubb, man, I hate everything that's coming back to us. Kelsey's gone. AJ Brown is gone. Andrews is gone. Good lord.
Andrews.
ADP
so
board.
These premiums, like how far do you kind of push up these tight ends per? You said is it 1.5 or is it?
It's 1.5. Yeah, so you push them up like about a round, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
I think the elite ones you probably want to bump up more. What is 6 gonna do here? Do you have any? Do you have any leans here in terms of like a favorite player or something? Damn, and we don't even get Waddle. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's looking a little.
All right, so in terms of ADP,
here.
it's pretty much we can go Devonta T, Ridley. I don't have a Devonta team yet, and I'm open to going Devonta in hopes that Hurts comes back. But we can always go with like a Jacobs or Henry or I don't know. What are your thoughts there?
I'm not that big on Jacobs and Henry personally, especially Henry. I would also be fine with the Devonta pick, I think.
Yeah, let's go. I don't have a Devonta team yet, and I like the idea of having an out to Hurts, and even if not, I think Devonta's still fine. So go Devonta there. I'm trying to see. Cup and ADP the last 2 days has been a 4th on here. Okay, so we don't really have to. Wow. We probably want to get pretty greedy and push them to 4 if we can.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say Hurts is the play. Tight end premium Hawkinson's ADP 304, but I'm not crazy about it. Huh. Gibbs probably slips because of yesterday.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't say all in, but I'm all for Gibbs kind of buying the dip if there is one, in this draft.
I agree.
I just feel
rookies
aren't supposed to light up the stat sheet in week 1. I think we know that. I don't know why people are reacting so much to something.
And he looked good. That was the craziest part. Like, he looked good. Yeah. He looked electric, explosive, like everything we needed him to be. And it's not like Montgomery rushed for like 100 yards. Yeah. Just a matter of not getting on the field, and it makes sense. It makes sense to not want your rookie running back out there, and like that was probably the Lions' biggest game since like they've been to the playoffs with Stafford, like national television opener versus the Chiefs. Like, they probably don't want a rookie out there screwing anything up or, missing a pass blocking assignment or running the wrong route. Like, it makes sense. I mean, retro in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have had him so high in the week 1 rankings. Like, I'll definitely take that on the chin, but season long outlook, I don't feel anything crazy about him. So there's Henry gone. Yeah, we'll see where the QBs go here. This would be interesting. There goes T. Definitely very curious to see where Cup goes in this room. So Detroit is for real. Dan Campbell is the perfect players coach. I like that call. Campbell's also a mountain of a man, dude.
Yeah.
Tyreek first pick 4 to 6 always ends up feeling awkward for me because I'm tempted to take Waddle in the second. I don't want both Miami wide receivers. I actually wasn't thinking about that when I kind of wanted Waddle to fall back to us, but I'm not necessarily opposed to taking both. I do agree it doesn't feel great. Also, I do want to check real quick if I recognize the name of any of these owners. No. Stars mean that they are pretty good. All right. I don't recognize any of them. Damn, there goes Ridley. I thought maybe really make it back, but no shot. So there's a 3 elite QBs. You got some running backs up there. All right, we got options. Said, ask Johnny where he's at on campus. I'm a junior here too. Where are you at, Madison? There's different parts of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty spread out campus. I'm down by Camp Randall, the football stadium.
Huh.
So I'm like a block or 2 south of that.
Are they at home this week?
No, we're on the road.
Huh. Does it get like, I don't know, like does it get crowded when there's games? Like, obviously it probably gets crowded, but like traffic and it's kind of annoying to deal with.
Traffic, everything. Yeah, there's all the lots around here sell out parking, the people coming for the game, and tailgating everywhere. Tailgating is the biggest part, I'd say, of game day for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Even the student section doesn't fill up. People are out tailgating pretty much first half of the game a lot of the time.
I assume you're not in a frat?
I am not. No. I have some friends that are, but I'm not.
Dude, I've heard some horror stories from my boys. They come back from school and tell me exactly what frat entails, dude. Like, not for me, brother. The funny thing is, all my friends are like, you'd be perfect in a frat. Just like, I'd be the guy that people would come to for sports and shit. But it's like, dude, I'm not, I'm not doing all of this crazy shit. There's just no way.
Me neither, man.
Are we still rocking with FFPC? Barely, Michael. Are you referencing the Liam Murphy video or stream? So let's see what gets back here. We're gonna smash in League QB here. If Hurts gets back, we will. If Hurts does not get back, I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. If Hurts doesn't make it back, I think my vote would probably be Ramondre. You could even talk me into Ramondre over Hurts, but I think after taking Devontae, it would feel pretty sweet to go Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
There goes DK. So why did you pass on Bijan at 5? I just have Tyreek ranked over him. That's kind of what it comes down to. And in these spots, I always just feel better about taking a wide receiver first. It's a very weird year this year where running back value always seems to fall. Like, I think we're going to have multiple times to decide whether we want Gibbs. I mean, if this guy takes Hurts, we'll be looking at Ramondre. Gibbs at 4. You got fucking Damian Pierce, Dobbins, Brees in the 5th might be there. ETN in the 4th might be there. Like, so many options late, and it feels like wide receiver gets pretty flat after the first 2 to 3 rounds.
Oof. They're taking their time.
And he goes Josh Allen. All right, you down to go Hurts here?
Yeah, I'm very down for that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I don't think I have a Hurts managed team yet, and I don't know. I play in a pretty sickly amount of volume, but I have been wanting to make sure I mix in elite QBs. Last year was a huge mistake of mine. I mean, I still did pretty well in high stakes managed, but I didn't have any of the. I had a lot of Lamar and I had some Kyler, and those both sucked. But like I had no Allen, no Mahomes. Like I didn't have the QB1. So I don't have a Mahomes team yet, but I am glad I have like 2 Allen teams, a Hurts team, some Lamar teams. I think it's worth, like back in the day, it used to be late round QB or whatever. I think it's worth mixing it in. I don't think you have to target elite QB in every draft, but I was also gonna say, how did you how long you been playing fantasy football, and how did you come into contact with the channel?
I mean, I played back in high school, so 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been.
Yeah. Just with like buddies. You still got like a home league?
I got a few home leagues, yeah. Just start some with some friends,
Yeah.
Throw some money around and whatnot. But yeah. In terms of the channel, I think that was probably a year or 2 ago. I started just kind of looking around the space, looking at different videos and whatnot, try and further my knowledge a little bit, get introduced to like, the concept of the red or the RB dead zone and stuff like that was kind of eye opening. Before I just played it, I knew player names. That was really what I went off of. But yeah, I just kind of found the channel. I liked a lot of your videos did a bunch of analytical stuff, which I vibed with a lot. And last year I did pretty good in most of the leagues I was in. I had one where I only had like 1 loss the whole year, I think. And that was a lot of just following what I learned. So I definitely gained an appreciation for the kind of letting, the experts put in the research and stuff like that, and, do all the hard work and just reap the benefits a little bit.
No, I feel it. And what's I feel like I might have asked, but what's your what is your degree for, I guess would be the question.
I'm studying accounting
right now. Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
There goes Gibbs, god damn it.
Yeah, it's tough.
I was definitely, I took accounting in high school to the point where I got college credits for it. So accounting was definitely something I was looking at, which is honestly, I'm decent with the spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And then also, I say it all the time, but like the most useful class I ever took was a Excel class in community college. That was actually pretty sweet. Yeah,
it's actually incredible. Like, it's very useful just for
a
lot of things, really.
What, school in general or Excel?
Excel, sorry, yeah.
No, but I feel it. Yeah, no, I think everyone should have some sort of, I don't know, it sounds whack, but everyone should have a grasp on pretty much everything Microsoft. Like that's what they should at least teach in like high school. Like that should be mandatory in my eyes. Like a Excel class, a PowerPoint class, and then from there you're kind of chilling. All right, we're gonna have the decision. I think 4th round Cup might make his way back. Trying to think as well. I mean, tight ends are kind of in play here as well in terms of tight end premium. Or actually, no, nothing really goes. Nothing. I mean, last few days, nothing really goes 4 or 5 here. You could talk. I don't think it has to happen in the. I don't think it has to happen in the 4th, but you could talk me into a 5th round Dallas Goedert pick. I got to be honest. Okay, Cup goes. God damn it. I was gonna say, I got to be honest. If Cup makes it to us, I would love him here. Wow, A has a sweet squad. Andrews, Lamar, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Cup. Good lord.
Wow. Yeah, it's a solid team right there.
Yeah, that is a very nice team. Is ETN still hanging around? I think ETN would be my vote here if he. Oh, fucking A, he's gone.
No, he
Okay.
went, yeah.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I can't say. I got nothing but air. I mean, talk me in the 4th round, Brees Hall. Cup is officially gone. Yeah, it'd be between like. It'd be between Brees. I mean, if you're a Najee guy, you could talk me into Najee. London Watson. I mean, like London's okay, but it doesn't feel super sexy there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Do you have a lean here between Brees, London? I'll see what their ADPs are. Brees is the 502. London is the 410. Najee's the 406. There goes Najee.
You know, those guys, I'd probably lean. Brees personally.
Yeah, I think my vote's probably Brees as well. I mean, this is gonna be like my
just think-
14th, 100th Brees team, but
Right,
I
yeah.
don't care at all.
I think the
I'll
upside's
continue
there
to
for
take him.
4th round, RB1 potentially down the stretch.
I agree. And we sort of structured this team in a way where we can afford to take a 4th round swing on Brees. And we just got from the NFC, we got him in the 5th, but NFC is notoriously more wide receiver heavy. And it's a 2 wide receiver 2 flex, whereas this is a 2 wide receiver 2 flex. That's a 3 wide receiver 1 flex. So it doesn't really change much how I draft, but the room will push up running backs in a 2 flex league. It's also worth noting that we can use Montgomery's decent week right out the gate. Not that you need to draft him. He's probably a guy we could look in like the 6th. Would love if London got back. You could talk me into taking a hurt Christian Watson, but I wouldn't love it. Would love to be at Camp Randall for Jump Around. Would love to see it. What's Jump Around?
It's between the 3rd and 4th quarter. They
okay.
play the song Jump Around, and it gets
everyone
wild,
jumps around?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of the main event.
So Camp Randall is the name of the stadium or football
field?
It's
the name of the stadium. Yeah.
Camp Randall. What's the point? What is that?
It had something to do with like the Civil War or something like that.
There you go.
It has history. I might be wrong in that, but it was something to do with a war of some sort.
Did you play any hockey growing up?
No, I didn't play hockey.
Really?
Pretty much. I mean, I was a baseball and football guy.
Really? I only asked. I feel like everyone in that. I guess Wisconsin's not so much that, but I feel like everyone in that like Minnesota, Michigan area, they're all playing hockey. Which hockey weirdly is a sport I wish I got into when I was little.
Yeah.
I think I would have liked it. But it's such a learning curve that if you didn't start when you were a kid, I feel like you're sort of screwed.
Around where I was, it was hard. There was only like club teams that were stupid expensive and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you played baseball and football, you said?
Yeah.
I wish I got into baseball, man. That's a sport I would have loved. I've thought of this before, but even my peak prime athleticism, I never could even break like a 7-minute mile. Like long distance running and like stamina have always been just absolutely terrible for me. But the idea of playing baseball, just like fucking chilling with the fellas, chewing on some sunflower seeds, just taking in the vibes, chilling in the dugout, it looks like a great time. I feel like the off season's not as brutal as other sports. Like for lacrosse, like we'd have to run like a series of like miles to even make the team. It was just so much.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they never do that in baseball.
No.
It's like maybe you run the bases a few times.
Yeah, there's some training, but no, batting practice, whatnot. It's all pretty lax in that part.
Like you're probably doing sprints, but I can live with sprints. It's the run a
the
mile in
distance
X
for
amount
sure.
of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, hockey's an expensive sport. So is lacrosse is like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Dobbins gone. I think Kenneth Walker's still hanging around. I don't love Kenneth Walker, but if he's here, I would be very much open to it.
Pretty sure I saw he was good to go on the injury front, right? Is that?
Yeah, that's what people were saying in the chat.
Okay.
I'd say he would be a guy up there. Christian Watson as well, but I don't think we can take Christian Watson.
Yeah.
I think it's when you have to sort of see if he slips. So this guy went Godwin. I'm trying to think what else we could sort of be looking at here. I guess Mike Williams would be my backup plan, but I don't love it. Gonna need number 4 to take one for the team and piss yellow here for the boys. What's up, Henry? What's up? Just got here. I have 90 minutes for my next drafts. You have one FFPC main tonight at 11:30. This is actually a main event right here, Henry. Henry, what do we think if we have one player on our minds here? What do we think about Christian Watson in the 5th? I think it feels pretty ugly. All right, this guy is running it all the way down. 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get autoed. He gets autoed Mike Williams.
Mike will.
I sort of want to sprint before you can do anything here. Take Kenneth Walker. I should have really asked you if Kenneth Walker was your pick
totally
there.
Cool with that, yeah.
It felt.
I think if
like
Watson wasn't injured, I might lean that way, but maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
It could be the Packer
and then Goddard
fan
goes.
speaking too. But
Could have talked me into Goddard too, but I didn't think we had to. I think even in a tight end premium with a stack to Hurts, I think I would still lean Walker. We already have the Devonta Smith part of it. Damn, 506 unstacked Goddard, huh? This guy had 7, also took 307 Waller. My goodness. You said Watson fell to pick 74 in your NFC. I just finished. I had pick 73 and did not realize he was still on the board. Oh, my goodness.
oh, wow.
59. You had a cut fall to 59? Holy shit, dude. Henry, you got drafts on drafts on drafts today, bro. So 4 went Mike Williams. Yeah, you could have talked me into Goddard there, but I didn't think it had to happen. Oh, this guy gets autoed Christian Watson, it looks like.
Oh, wow.
Already did 2. You have 3 more. You got any plan for tomorrow, Henry? Just some context for you, Henry. This is a main event. We're splitting with a patron, so this is gonna be fun. I think I have sent Johnny. I think I sent you an email too that like gets you hooked up, so you can like look at the team as well once it's done.
Yeah, I'm
not
all
quite sure.
signed in and stuff.
All right, perfect. It's not the most user friendly website. I will say that much.
Sure, yeah. I was trying to figure it out a little bit. I think
Why Goddard over Kittle? Because we have Jalen Hurts, and then also it's a fair question. It's fair. I honestly, I think, I don't know. I was kind of like, damn, maybe we should have taken Goddard there, but I think that would have been a pretty steep force. I agree that even though Kittle's dealing with an injury, I think I would still probably prefer Pitts over him in a vacuum. Like it would have been sort of ugly to reach on for the stack there, anyways. You said you got my juices going. You're got an NFC high stakes at 7. I love to hear it, man. I wanted to do no Saturday drafts, but I have 3 tickets left. I have 1 entered so far. Are you doing any of these? I assume you're not in person, Henry. You don't seem like the kind of guy who goes to Vegas for these, but I'm curious if you are. I do love to see Madison and Cook go in the 5th round after we take Kenneth Walker, though.
Yeah, right.
It's also Kittle and tight end premium isn't amazing because he's not going to be a PPR guy. He's more of a yards and touchdowns.
Sure.
You stay home, I figured, Henry. I find it kind of wild that people. I mean, I will say next year I could see myself going to the NFC ones in New York. I think that could be kind of fun, but flying out to Vegas for fantasy football just doesn't sound like a great time. I know some guys swear by it. I know Overzed and those guys who do it every year and they like meet up with their subscribers and fans and stuff, but I don't know, man. I do not know. Damn, so if you're a junior, you might be younger than me. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It does feel weird to not be the youngest guy in the room.
I've got what, 2 months left till 21, I think.
It is interesting that you're a junior but technically can't legally drink.
Yeah, right.
You do they get people show up to the Wisconsin hockey games? Like, do they have a good hockey team? I feel like they probably would.
Yeah, people go to the games. It's not like a huge thing. I mean, people go to them. It's fun and stuff. Actually, our women's volleyball was really big, especially.
Oh, I've heard about the.
I'm sure you have. Yeah.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, but that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do feel bad for them though. That is pretty awful.
That was tough. Yeah.
Tough, but also objectively hilarious. Also objectively hilarious, and also a pretty crazy thing to film. But it still shouldn't have gotten out, if you will.
Yep, both points are true for sure.
Henry, you said you had the Village Idiot in your NFC. He went Mahomes, Piquet, DJ Moore in a second. Oh my goodness. Henry, did you see the you have, if you haven't already, Henry, you have to see the FFPC debate on Liam Murphy's channel. He had on one of the co-founders and grilled him pretty hard about the Taysom Hill ruling, and he just falls apart. Like it's insane. He just like doubles down, looks like an idiot. All right, so Kirk went, Lockett went. All right, so wide receivers are pretty dried up. Or not dried up, but now there's like a really flat tier. Let's say. Oh, I was about to say Pitts might be a nice play.
I was gonna ask. That's tough.
Kittle goes middle of round 6. I'd be open to Kittle. I do wonder what his injury deal is these days. Kittle, Roto Worlds. Questionable to face the Steelers, where he's at. Limited session of practice. Henry, I think it's truly the fact that they don't play enough basketball to even understand why that's a huge deal. All right, so McLaurin, Dotson, Pickens all gone. Rashad White gone. Where are you at on this could be Kittle, Judy, Addison. You could talk me into Javonte, but it doesn't feel great going 3 straight RBs there. Plus, Priest also has the ACL. Kittle's ADP is mid-6th, so I mean, like, we'd be getting him right where he goes.
Mm-hmm.
What else is available here? Judy's a 6th. He goes Evans. I'd say my vote's probably Kittle, but I'm not in love with it.
Yeah, for me, it's between Kittle and probably Judy. I feel like Judy's burned me the last 2 years as well, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah, I say we go Kittle. Maybe these guys are scared of the injury, and Judy makes it back. But even if he doesn't, it's not like a massive deal.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, let's go Kittle. Henry wants Kittle. We'll give it to you, buddy. All right, let's go Kittle. Last tight end of a tier. Why not? Now he's got to fill out the flex. Everything else looks pretty good. So it never responded to you? I'm telling you, Henry, when you get a second, dude, Liam literally talks to the guy who's making the decisions over there, and it's crazy. Liam like muted him at one point. I was dying laughing. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. I mean, if you want to change the position after the fact and manage league, like go ahead, it's whatever. But if you drafted 2 tight end teams in best ball and one of them is Taysom Hill getting moved to the quarterback, that's insane. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen this drama, Johnny, but they've FFPC is like changing positions because of like preseason depth charts. It's pretty crazy. So teams looking good so far.
About it, yeah.
And I don't even have Taysom Hill bags, but it's just an awful look. And then the guy like challenged Liam to a debate, who has a YouTube channel, and just like it was an absolute shit show. The guy was like, "Oh, I've been playing best ball since you were in diapers," and it was called Draft Masters. And it's like, who cares, man?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like,
like you playing like a 10-man Draft Masters in 07 doesn't compare to a huge best ball contest. That's a tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a bad look for them. It's why most of my actions, honestly, on NFC. But the main event is a good contest. Is the tough part. Yeah, exactly. That's what Liam brought up, is that they're just trying to finesse the emergency quarterback rule, and he was having this Alex FFPC guy was having none of it. All right, so Judy did go. Akers went 7th round. If Montgomery made it back here, I want to be hammering wide receiver. But if Montgomery made it back here, he would actually be an interesting idea, just to play him week 1 over Brees, most likely.
Right.
And use those points from yesterday. But we would also be really punting on. I will say, though, in these rooms, though, you do usually like the wide receivers you get from rounds 8 through 10. But that would mean that rounds 8 through 10 would have to be wide receivers. The scary part is that I think we would like them for sure, but then once you get to round 10, it could get wiped out by then. But I think 8, 9, we would like them. All the free looks sucked, yeah. This is true. Amon-Ra was the only one that... Amon-Ra and Mahomes were the only ones that were good, but it's not... I mean, Rashee Rice was decent, Henry, but probably not enough to still even want to start him. Yeah, Reynolds did okay. I think Montgomery... I mean, what did Montgomery do in a PPR league? Maybe I'm overrating what Montgomery actually did. Montgomery in a PPR league did 13.4. So I guess that's actually not even that. It's actually not even that crazy. Laporta, yeah, it's actually a good call, especially in tight end premium. Yeah, I'm actually probably team. There's a couple of wide receivers still available that I probably prefer. To Montgomery at this point. I mean, something to be excited about. I just mean more so something to put in your lineup while you feel a little bit uneasy about Brees Hall. But I do agree that it's not anything good enough to push him up much, I guess. I think this 2 spot's going to take him, though. I'm making that call right now. Take Montgomery, buddy. I guarantee he does. And he goes Swift. Okay. I knew it was running back, but that's interesting. Likely or Musgrave this week? If Andrews doesn't go, I probably would go Likely. If Andrews does go, I'd go Musgrave. I know that that's sort of a basic answer, but that's what it comes down to. So let's see. That's Swift gone. Yeah, I have one guy I'd really like. If he's gone. Damn it, Addison was the fucking guy. There it is. Alrighty then. So JSN did go. Let's see. guys we're looking at is Montgomery, Zay Flowers, Michael Pittman. It was Miles Sanders. All right. I guess do you have a lean between? We're pretty much looking at Pittman, Zay Flowers, or David Montgomery here.
Sure.
Talk me into JT, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm a
It
little
might slip. I don't know.
suspect if he's. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm trying to see kind of what we're looking at. I think, man, this is pretty brutal. I say we probably go. What do you think about Zay Flowers?
I like it. I mean,
Or
you can run that room. So.
Yeah, let's go
But
Zay.
it's-
Let's go Zay. I don't feel super confident in this pick. You
No,
could have talked me
he
into
has the
Montgomery, but
upside.
13 points out of Montgomery, I don't think we need. We needed a wide receiver there. You could have gone Pittman, but Pittman just doesn't feel good at that spot.
No.
And Flowers, I mean, I technically like. I mean, I like Addison a lot more than Flowers. I wish we got Addison there.
Mm-hmm.
I like QJ as much as Flowers, but QJ's in the mix to be there at 8. I think that team I just drafted on the other team was the first Flowers team I've drafted. So this is now the second, but that's still really not a lot at all. But I'm fine getting some exposure to him. And if you want to get really sicko with it, he has week 17 correlation to Jalen Hurts to Tyreek Hill.
There you go.
Brian wanted Pittman. I don't know. Pittman's tough to click, to be real.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he's even alive to come back to us, really. A fan of Swift, but Sirianni has me nervous about using him. We got Chris. We are team 5, Chris. Am I confident starting Addison? Not confident, but I have him as wide receiver like 33 this week, so feel fine about him. Hill and Flowers 50 points combined week 17. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm glad to get some Flowers exposure as well because I understand that the upside is pretty crazy, and I love this Ravens passing offense regardless. If it's not Bateman, it's probably Flowers who pops. So there goes Montgomery. There's Kamara. I'd be very curious to see where JT goes in this room.
At what point do you consider putting the trigger on like a JT?
Probably this 8th round here. If he gets back to us, I think Brees would be my pick, or not Brees, Taylor. But yeah, that's about it. Like you could have talked me into it in the 7th, but probably not in this build. I don't think. If it was like more of a true zero RB, or that like we hadn't take a running back through 6 rounds, I probably would have been in JT vote or Montgomery. But we took 2 wide receivers out the gate, and then we kind of went away from it. So I did feel like there was some pressure to go back to it. But we'll see what comes back here. In PPR, is it crazy to start Jamal Williams over Kirk in the flex? We're talking Christian Kirk. I think I would probably prefer Christian Kirk there. I'm trying to see what banners you got behind you. Oh, there goes JT.
Right, me?
Yeah.
So that's a Bucks flag, and that would be a Wisconsin flag.
Oh, that's like a classic Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. That's the one freaking. That's Luau Cinder. Bucks.
Yep.
You pop out to any of those games?
Yeah, I've been. Try and make it to maybe one a year if I can.
Yeah. How far away is that from Madison?
About hour and a half.
Okay.
Drive. Nothing too outrageous.
Might be a dumb question, but you guys got trains over there? You guys could you take a train to the
You
arena
could
if you wanted
take
to?
a bus to Milwaukee. I believe there's a bus line that runs through there. Kind of runs through like a bunch of the campuses around the state.
Yeah.
That would probably be your best bet for public transit.
I'm also curious, what part of what you said that you grew up like just a few hours away from Madison?
Yeah.
Probably not in a place that I would recognize now that I think about it.
Well, I'm close to Green Bay actually. So
Close to Green Bay. That's probably all I got.
Right outside.
Madison, Green Bay, and Milwaukee in terms of my Wisconsin geography.
Yeah.
I will say though, Grambling College. No, Grambling College is like a HBCU. There's no way. I think isn't Marquette sneakily in Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's down in Milwaukee.
Dude, if you asked me until I got into the Big East, like where Marquette was, I would have told you like East Coast, New York.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're in the Big East. It's very interesting.
It's a bit odd how that all worked out, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Wisconsin's still in the Big Ten. But now Wisconsin's going to be playing. You guys are gonna be like hosting like UCLA on like a random November Saturday, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's weird how that all worked out.
Burks, Pacheco, Sutton. I'm glad we passed on Pittman because we're live for Pittman to come back here.
Yeah.
And if not, I'm very much fine with one of QJ or Elijah Moore. Oh, there goes. Of course, I say Pittman and he goes.
Right as you say it, yeah.
Bro. That's been the story all off season, bro. QJ, Elijah Moore. So Cooks went. I can't say I'm eyeing up any of the running backs. Yeah, not really. Khalil Herbert goes. Do you have a lean between? We're looking at Marquise Brown, Quentin Johnston, Elijah Moore, Michael Thomas is kind of our guys there.
Yeah.
I will say QJ be my first pick, but QJ's ADP is like late 9th. I think he's the most likely to come back to us of the bunch.
Okay.
And it seems like Thomas, Elijah Moore, Marquise Brown are more 8th round picks. I think my vote would be Elijah, then MT, then Hollywood, but I'm open to ideas. Oh, Marquise goes anyways. Okay.
Oh, there goes Marquise. Yeah. I personally am not touching Michael Thomas. I'm not a believer. So
okay. So you're cool with Elijah Moore?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Just making sure there's not a tight end we're missing. Yeah, I don't think Njoku's worth. I mean, even in tight end premium. All right, so we'll go Elijah Moore. Go Elijah Moore and hope that QJ makes it back. If he doesn't, it's not a big deal. You have McLaurin in the 8th in your home league? Good lord, brother. Do you have your home leagues wrap up, Danny? Or not Danny, Johnny?
Yeah. Pretty much, I think.
And you're lucky enough to have a few home leagues, you were saying.
Yeah, I have some with friends from here, friends from back home, and I have one with actually through my work as well.
Makes sense.
So, yeah.
If I had a real job or went to college, I'd probably have 2 or 3 home leagues.
Yeah,
I used to have. I had 2 in high school until I got kicked out because I won. I got kicked out because the year I won was like the first or second year I was doing content, and they were just like, "We're done playing with this guy." It's like, okay, it's all good.
They were jealous.
How close to Green Bay? Like Ripon? I don't even. That's a deep
Ripon.
cut. It's a deep cut. Ripon's a place in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Ripon. I'm like 15 minutes out of Green Bay, so I'm a little closer than Ripon, I believe.
So I assume you're a Packers fan?
Yep. I am.
Nice, dude. Dude. I don't even really like the Packers or anything, dude, but just having a guy who is close to their team, like, good, bro. Like, I can't stand somebody that's like 15 minutes away from the stadium and like, yeah, I'm a Chargers fan.
Yeah, no, there's some.
It's like, stop, bro. Like, I yell my little brother, like, dude, my entire family loves the Jets. My little brother's like, nah, I like the Vikings.
Come on.
It's like, dude, come on, bro. Come on, dude.
Especially the Vikings of all teams. Like,
That's what I'm saying,
on.
bro. It's insane. You see so much of that. Like one of my buddies too is like a Colts fan.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in a 3-hour drive from your stadium, dude, you switch a team. Just switch your teams, bro.
Yeah.
Is this the Patreon high stakes draft? Yeah, we did the first one earlier on in the stream. That was a silver bullet on NFC. This is a main event on the FFPC. Go Pack, go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad to have your guys' QB now for the second time.
Yeah, right. I will say I think a lot of Packers fans are kind of maybe relieved is a better term than happy he's gone.
Yeah.
Some people realized it was time, I think, for both sides. So
I think it was only time because it felt like GM and management just kind of screwed it all up. I think the Jordan Love pick was just kind of the beginning of the end.
It really was. Definitely pissed me off enough.
You a Jordan Love believer?
I wouldn't say I'm a believer. I'm not like he's the next Hall of Famer or anything like that, but I'm hopefully optimistic.
I feel it.
Can be serviceable. I think he'll be serviceable at first. It's just, can he take that next step to be?
100%. I've been in that stage with my QBs many a times. Hopefully optimistic. I was hopefully optimistic about Darnold. Hopefully optimistic about Wilson. Hopefully optimistic about Bryce fucking Petty.
Yeah, man.
And then, Packers fans just get blessed with nothing but Hall of Fame QBs dating all the way back to fucking Bart Starr.
Yeah, as long as I've lived, I've had a Hall of Famer. So
you've had a guy you feel confident in the fourth quarter with the ball in his hands.
Yep.
Whereas my entire life, we would just have prayed that the defense is good enough that our QB wouldn't have to get involved. So there's Thomas gone. Trying to think. Nothing running back wise sticks out. Unless if you really wanted to go that direction. I mean, you could talk me into Gibson, Cook, Pacheco. Or no, Pacheco's gone. Can't do Dalvin Cook with a Brees. I guess you could talk me into a Gibson team, but I think we'd probably be better off going with like a QJ. Just because it feels like we're a little bit behind. I mean, not behind that wide receiver, but it's definitely. I mean, we started 2 wide receivers out the gate, but it's definitely not a loaded wide receiver team. What's it going to be? Number 4. 4 is very live to take a wide receiver here, which is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Taking Love when Higgins and Pittman were there. Yeah, there was an interview where Rodgers wanted Higgins, and they just didn't do it. I'm not happy that Aaron's gone. Yeah, the issue is it's. I mean, it's relieved that he's gone just because of the rift between ownership and stuff. But I'd be pretty pissed about. Oh my god! And they take QJ. Alrighty.
Come on.
All right. My vote is one of Rashad Bateman, Antonio Gibson, or Dalton Kincaid, if you have any leans there. I think what else is maybe in the... Yeah, that's kind of it. I mean... Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I kind of lean Kincaid just from an upside factor and Kittle being injured every year factor, but honestly, it's...
I say...
For you.
Yeah, let's go Bateman. I think we're not going to like the receivers that make it back to us here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Even though we have Zay, I think that's fine by me. All right. Not great there, but I think that we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kincaid would have been fun. It's just the issue of this wide receiver this team doesn't have enough wide receivers for how weak we are at running back.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue is that there's a pretty big tier break to the point in the 10th round where I don't think we're going to love anything that got back to us. We'd be looking at like OBJ, Marvin Mims, Nico Collins, sort of.
Yeah.
So I'm finding in Bateman there, and we'll see what gets back. I doubt Kincaid makes it back, but that would be an instant click for me. Yeah, nothing else really sticks out. And I think we're going to like the running backs in rounds 10 to 12 as well.
Mm.
We'll have shots at Penny and Gainwell if we want more Hurts stuff. Bigsby. There goes Cook and Sharp. So Jets fans may genuinely need to go to therapy for what they've done to them, dude. It doesn't even begin to make up for it all, dude. It's insanity. So Sharp went, Dalvin Cook went. Who from the Chiefs is even worth rostering right now in redraft? Sky Moore, maybe Rice, McKinnon. I think Rice is definitely worth stashing. Sky Moore you can't drop just yet. And I don't think you can drop McKinnon yet either. Andrew Luck injury, yeah, that's actually brutal, dude. If I had like a franchise golden boy QB that I thought was going to play with my team until he was like 40 and he retires before even like hitting 30, be pretty upset. The thing is though, Brock, you got Peyton Manning forever, dude. So just fucking deal with it, buddy. Some of us didn't get a Peyton Manning. Some of us got a Chad Pennington. Damn, so there goes Kincaid. So Dylan gone. Gibson gone. Kincaid would have been cool. I'd be very curious to see where Tony and Sky Moore goes here. You said you were too young when Peyton played? This is true. Never sports cried more after hearing about Andrew Luck's retirement. So Pennington, the Marshall legend. This is true. You guys follow soccer at all? I follow soccer a little bit. Just by playing FIFA, really. You play video games at all, Johnny?
Yeah, I do. I dabble.
What have you been playing recently, dude? It feels like this has been the shittiest games have felt to me, dude. Like nothing is good. Nothing is fun to play right now.
It's really what's ever going around in the friend group. Right now we're kind of playing some League of Legends, sadly, but
I feel it. I got my buddies are playing a lot of Smite these days. I don't play
Oh,
Smite because
really?
I can't understand
Wow.
any of it. I imagine League of Legends is very similar. Like those games
is,
I
yeah.
can't even wrap my head around. There's a lot going on, a lot of buttons that you're pressing to do certain abilities and shit. It's like, and the graphics are pretty rough too. I don't know if that's just Smite, but it's like it doesn't look like a new game, you know? I know it's a game that's been around for forever, but
Yeah, no, I played actually a lot of Smite back in, I guess it'd probably be middle school, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
It almost
interesting.
looks like World of Warcraft in a way, where it's
Kind of the
it's
same vibe,
like
yeah.
third person.
Mhm.
Great year for RPGs. Y'all play Starfield? I've heard of Starfield. I haven't played it yet though. My buddy was telling me that he downloaded it. What's Starfield supposed to be, Brock? Is it like a campaign? Like Mims in the 10th round, huh? I will say we're gonna get a look at. Man, I don't even really like P Ryan, but P Ryan will be an option here if we wanted him. Be P Ryan. Okay, so P Ryan's gone. Actually, I was looking at. So A-Chain and Bigsby both went.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all right. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with here. Probably looking at. Nope. Goes McKinnon. Huh. You could talk me into. I don't mind Rashad Penny. We do have Hurts. Could go Nico Collins if you want to go the wide receiver route. What are your thoughts there?
I'd probably lean more Nico Collins, but we're quite light at RB right now, though.
Let's honestly, it is a tough spot. Let's do Penny. Just because I think we do need a running back pretty bad. We'll go Penny. We'll see what comes back. Like, we don't really need. I mean, you can sort of dabble in tight ends in these, with getting a couple more than you really need. Trying to see. 11th round Sky. I don't even know if that's a spot where I'd even want him.
After last night,
if Nico made it back to us, I actually love that pick. Nico made it back to us. I love that pick. You could talk me into Musgrave in round 11 if you just wanted to take best player. Damian Harris is actually really fun if he was to get there. Damian Harris is actually a guy who apparently is going in the 12th, so we can maybe even wait on him. There's Jacoby. From the people who made Skyrim, I actually love Skyrim. Space Skyrim, but multiple hubs instead of one big open world. Okay, that's actually pretty sweet. Fallout / Skyrim in space. Okay, that's actually sweet. It's like a single player. I will say the issue is currently is actually one of the rare times I have a game that I actually want to play. Where the new 2K came out today. I'm going to have to try it. But it sounds like you're not really a sports game guy.
No, not so much. Played a little bit, but just never got too deep into it.
I do get the idea of like there goes Nico. I do get the idea of like sports games are kind of dumb. It's like you could just be doing cooler shit on your console.
Yeah. I never really had a console growing up either. I mostly
PC guy.
So yeah, that was a big part of it, I think, as well.
You play any first person shooters on there? And are you a mouse and keyboard guy?
Yeah, mouse and keyboard.
Oh, okay.
I played some CS:GO and some Valorant, but it's pretty much my extent.
You ever been a Overwatch guy?
I did when it came out, and then I played it when they re-released it as well. It's like the rebrand or whatever. But
yeah. I surprisingly kind of love Overwatch. I mean, I don't really play it anymore. But I did pretty much the same thing when it was first really booming. I played it a good bit. Never good at it, but I did play it. I think the highest I ever reached was silver, dude.
Yeah.
Silver, and then when 2 came out, I tried that, but I didn't even really like the 5-man lineups, and all the heroes were the same. It was just so dumb to release a new game.
It was the same thing.
It was just the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard CS:GO is sweet.
Yeah.
I fucked around. My brother has CS:GO. He has a gaming PC, my little brother, and I've messed around on it. He those I don't know if you call them speed runs, but you're running around surfing maybe.
Oh yeah,
So Dobbs is gone. Collins is gone. Mims has gone. Huh. I think my vote. See, I'll show you the best players. Or no, damn, they don't just have. Man. You could talk me into Sky. I don't know how you feel about 11th round Sky. I mean, it might be enough of a discount that I'd be willing to hear it out. And I guess we do have some running back options as well, where Algier is kind of interesting. Damian Harris is kind of interesting. I'd say that's about it. And then I guess Musgrave, if you wanted to just go tight end, that we could flex maybe down the line. I'd say my vote is probably Sky, but if you want to veto it and go Algier or Damian Pierce or Damian Harris or Musgrave, I am fine with that as well.
Yeah, I'm just hesitant after last night. But, I mean, it's still early. Don't want to overreact to anything as well. You're getting
and we'll get a nice little discount.
Yeah,
nice discount
right.
that a lot of other teams probably took him like the 8th. You know, we can get like a free. It's like essentially like a free Sky Moore. It's not great, but it does feel like we're a little bit weak.
Yeah, I'm cool with it just for the upside play, honestly.
Honestly, no. Let's do a running back. I'm calling an audible here.
Yeah, right.
I'm calling an audible to Tyler Algier. I don't have any Algier. We kind of wanted Bijan, and this is actually kind of a way of you hedging your bet where you have Bijan in that other league of yours. So if he was to go down, this team would be sweet. So, yeah, I don't really have Algier either. I don't know. We could have gone Sky there, but it's like the calculus in my head as well is that Rashee Rice is around. I think that I think in the 12th round, you could have talked me into taking Rashee Rice there. And now that I think about it, maybe we should have taken him there. But in the 12th round, like I'd almost rather just wait around and take one of Mingo, Rashee Rice, one of these upside guys, Jalen Hyatt. Yeah. And if Sky might even just come back. So we'll see. I agree. It's going to be very tough to ever start Sky confidently.
Yeah, especially when you have to manage it.
Yeah, even the Mahomes team passed on him. But yeah, I do agree. Like last night, if he didn't do anything last night, like when are you going to actually start him? Is this a draft that starts after week 1? It's a draft that just starts after the Thursday game. You can put the Thursday game players into your lineup retroactively. This Team 7 had a really nice 0 RB start and then just I don't even know. I don't know what happened. Actually, no, that wasn't even a nice 0 RB start, dude. 307 Waller is pretty crazy. It's actually bonk. I know it's tight end premium, but knowing that he's kind of hurt.
Kelsey already.
Both of his tight ends are hurt.
Yeah.
You don't want a receiver that wears number 24 period. I kind of agree with that. It's like not a terrible thing to follow. Is Waller hurt again? Yeah. Something's up with him. He's like questionable after a hamstring thing. There goes Damian Harris. Considering Waller is sit this week, if he plays, you probably just have to play him. Is kind of what it comes down to. Like, I think that it's probably getting a little bit too cute to pick somebody up and play him over Waller, considering where you probably drafted him. But it's really just a matter of if he plays, you start him. If he doesn't play, you don't start him. Is kind of what it comes down to. Now, I think the scary part is if it's like a game time decision and you have to figure out in terms of windows and, if they rule him out during warm-ups, if you can have a viable backup option. That's definitely a fair concern. There goes Musgrave. They're hopeful he plays. I'm hopeful he plays, man. So there goes Musgrave. What are your overall vibes for this Packers team this year? I'm also curious. Okay, so there goes 11-12, Sky Moore. I'm curious how big of a Packers fan would you call yourself?
I would say pretty big. My parents are season ticket holders, so
that's dope.
I make my way out. Yeah, I make my way out to a couple games a year. Harder with school now, but so I'm pretty into it, and it's different this year for sure because we're. We don't come in with Super Bowl aspirations, kind of like the past how many years?
Yeah.
I mean, aspirations obviously, but like hopeful. Right now, we're just kind of trying to see any glimmer of hope, really.
You guys just need to see anything from Love. Yeah, I think honestly the goal is just to just to know where you're at with him, you know?
Yeah.
Where he either he shows that he's awful and you can just move on, or he shows enough that you're not in like a weird purgatory spot.
Yeah.
I was saying too, Rashawn Gary is actually a Jersey boy, and he went to a private school up here that it's a weird connection, but my buddy's in a frat, and I was hanging out with him and his frat buddy, and he went to the same private school as Rashawn Gary and had like there's something like a story about him, how he like bumped into him in the bathroom next to him at a urinal, and he just like towered over him when he was Rashawn Gary was like a senior, and that his buddy was like a freshman. And he was like trolling him or something.
Yeah.
Is Kittle playing this week? Who knows, man? Yeah, it's just questionable. I'm worried that Love will be okay. That's sort of the issue, is that if he's just okay.
That's what you don't want. You want at least like some flashes of something.
But I'll even say, dude, I've seen flashes before. Fire up Zach Wilson versus the Titans his rookie year, man.
Yeah.
Flashes.
Sam Darnold popped off against the Packers one year, and there's a lot of discourse about that.
He had a great game against the Cowboys one time too, where he came back versus the Cowboys and looked great. Even Drew Lock has had flashes, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. There's one guy that I'd really like to have here. And if this guy takes him, I will honestly be reeling. Don't really have a backup plan. Or actually, I do have a backup plan. They're in the 12th rounds. I was just prepared to get let down and come up with a backup plan. Tight ends on the board. Nothing all that interesting. What's it going to be? And he goes Komet. Dude, I think that Rashee Rice is like a smash pick.
Especially after Sky Moore went too. Like that just feels that feels good.
He put I mean, we can potentially debate flexing him. I mean, I think he had I mean, our flexes are a little shaky early on. Yeah, I think he had a touchdown. How much? 11.6 PPR points. I mean, in the flex, I mean, definitely talk through it. It's interesting because I think like Elijah Moore and Rashad Bateman are like if you were to, and Zay Flowers too, if you were to like project them out for week one, it'd probably be about 10, 11 points.
In that range, yeah.
Cutting yourself off from some upside, but I think it's an interesting conversation regardless. We'll see. We're likely starting, we're starting Breece Hall week one.
Yeah.
But this is actually a really fun team. I'm glad that we did the Devonta thing to set up Hurts. This is my first Devonta managed team as well. And my first Hurts team. So I'm glad to have them both in the same squad. I actually like this team a ton. Oh, and Mingo already went. I was actually going to say, like, Mingo was my backup plan in my head. So I would have been fucking... I can't imagine taking Mingo over... Like, I love Mingo, but... I don't know. I think maybe I'm overrating what Rice did last night. But, I mean, 5 targets... 3 for 29 and a touchdown. I mean, 5 targets in your first game is pretty solid.
Yeah.
And he's the biggest receiver. He's the only one that looks like an X. The rest of them don't look like gadgety slot guys.
Right.
And Rashee Rice is this 6'2", 205 pounds. I keep saying. I mean, I was saying it with Nick in here earlier, but it does remind me a lot of Ayuk.
Sure, I can see that.
Next year's draft will have so many amazing QBs. When there is a year to suck, it's this one. Yeah, the issue is I just don't know if the Packers are going to be bad enough. I think LaFleur is actually a very solid coach.
I just think they're too good to get like a top 3 pick, which is kind of the worst.
They'd have to be like
to be in, you know.
They have to be pretty huge sellers at the deadline if they wanted to get into Caleb range. But I mean, maybe I'm over. I mean, dude, if they're gonna be without Christian Watson, you have Jordan Love throwing to like Musgrave, Reed. The running backs are good enough to sort of carry things, and the defense is pretty solid as well. That's kind of the issue.
Yeah.
So there goes Ty Chandler. All right, so we kind of have free reign to do whatever. So Dolchich is gone, so I'm not really feeling any of these late tight ends. Reed went. You could talk me into Jalen Hyatt, just take another upside swing on a wide receiver. You can talk me into Jamison Williams on this team. Like even though we started 2 wide receivers out the gate, I don't think this team is done at wide receiver just yet. McKinnon definitely went. Not crazy about any of the running backs we're looking at. I mean, you could talk me into Kendre Miller, but he might. I think that we'll probably look at him on the way back. Do you have a lean between Jamison Williams or Jalen Hyatt?
Not really, honestly. I think I don't know if Jameson's like, not to speculate, but if like the suspension's going to put him in a doghouse or anything like that. Because when he came back last year, he wasn't spectacular either. So it's like it's hard to say. I think the Lions could probably use him though. Watching that game, I feel like they're kind of missing something like that too.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm trying to see. I mean, okay, so he goes Hyatt. Okay. So I think this is probably a Jamison Williams pick. I mean, the running backs are like Chuba Hubbard and Kendre Miller, but I think we're going to have an option of either of them in a little bit. And this is like a team where like our top 2 receivers are pretty stacked, but like J-Mo is a flex option, like isn't bad at all.
No.
So I think that's the way I lean. I mean, there's nothing else that really stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about Jamison Williams. Don't get me wrong, but 13th round.
Right.
I mean, if you want to take a shot at Kadarius Toney, we can, but I think it's probably J-Mo over Toney.
I'm taking J-Mo there.
No, I agree.
At this point, it's kind of worth it to just swing for the fences, with a high drafted guy too.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I agree. And we're kind of just taking outside of our top 2. We're kind of just taking a bunch of upside swings of like year 3, rookie, year 2.
Right.
Just need 2 of them to sort of come alive. Now we can kind of hammer running backs the rest of the way. Like I don't feel a ton of pressure to take another wide receiver. Yeah, it's probably just time to hammer out running backs.
Yeah.
Hyatt versus us, all you had to see. He looked solid there. I don't know if he looked that good.
In this format, do people lean into like taking a backup quarterback out? Because I see some people are, but
yeah, most of them will. Most of them will take a backup QB.
Right.
With Hurts, I don't really feel a ton of pressure to.
No.
Yeah, I don't feel a ton of pressure to. Oh yeah, something else to note in this format, but we actually built this team pretty well for it, is week 13 and week 14 is the playoffs for this 12-person league. But I mean, that's just Zay Flowers and Bateman that will be without, which isn't a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you find yourself making a team like Jefferson has a week 13 bye. Yeah, so this 101 guy is going to be without his first 2 picks.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it is a weird format where it's your 12-man league for weeks 1 through 12, and then you have the top 4 teams do a playoff, weeks 13, 14, and then the top 2 seeds, and you can get a third wild card. If you end up winning your 12-man league from the 3rd or 4th seed, you also automatically advance to the tournament, which is 15, 16, 17 for the overall prize.
Okay.
Did you watch the interview? Yes, dude. The interview with Chess Liam and the guy from FFPC was so fucking funny, dude. I thought people in the comments were giving Liam a hard time, or in the chat were giving Liam a hard time for not making like a traditional civil debate, but I thought he handled it as well as he could have. He was live on the air, the guy being an asshole. He kept it civil at first, and then kind of got out of hand, but I thought it was very entertaining and funny. Which is really what you're going for when you're broadcasting, regardless. And just won in the 4th round of an NFC draft. Damn. Already then, I don't feel great. I mean, last draft you just took him in the 3rd rounds. There's forward Deion Jackson. I think of what is next for this team. It's going to be a running back, most likely. Oh, probably Kendra or Hubbard. If we can get either to come back here.
Nope.
I'm curious too. You play any Siege?
No, I did not.
Back in the day.
Nope.
Well, you never got into Siege.
No. I have a couple friends who did, but I never.
It seems like it's kind of up that alley of like Valorant.
Yeah.
CS:GO.
I'd say so.
I played it when it first came out, but I know it's kind of gotten revived because of Jinxie or whatever. My brother plays it a good bit.
Not sure.
It's a bit try hard for me. But I mean, I imagine like League of Legends and stuff is probably pretty intense as well. You running up like ranked and stuff on there? I imagine that's
not really. I kind of just try and play with friends, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather not get, my night ruined from playing video games, kind of thing. But yeah.
No, I feel it.
It can be fun, but sometimes it gets frustrating.
I'm curious as well. Do you have any like this is a weird question. This is just somebody that didn't get the college experience asking this, but do you have any like weird classes this year? Like I know some people have like dancing and I don't know, something kind of out there.
Not this year. Last year though, I did have some interesting classes. I had to take like an ancient literature class, which was weird enough, but
there you go.
I took I'm trying to remember what it was called. I think it was Black Music History. I think it was called.
Right.
So it was like music from like way back in history all the way up to the modern age. You just had to like sit in a class and listen to music all day and write about it. It was
that's pretty dope.
I was not complaining. Yeah, it was pretty sick. So we had to learn some history and listen to some tunes.
Yeah, I had a buddy who had to like he had like a dance class that he like had to film a final for, and it's like the funniest thing ever.
That's wild. I know my roommate's in a entomology class this year. I think his final's like raising moths from
oh my god,
like eggs or something. I don't know how it works, but yeah, he has to raise live moths so that's certainly interesting.
All right, I'm thinking Kendra here if you're down for it.
Cool with me.
Come on down, brother. You took art classes too, drawing nude ladies. What the hell? Yeah, no, my most out there class at community college was like, what the fuck? It was like, I think it was corrections or something, which is like, just like jail. So I still can't believe I even took that class, but it was just how jail works, the prison system. It was awful.
It's interesting.
Now, are you trying to get your like CPA and shit, or I guess that's something you decide down the line?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
You already prepping for that and stuff?
Not exactly for the exams. I'm just grinding out the credit requirements and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I need like some extra credits through the summer and whatnot to try and. Because they just changed it now. It's 150 credits to sit for the exam. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah.
And these are mostly accounting classes that you have to take these credits with?
Some of them, like for the major, yes. For the CPA, like requirements, it can pretty much be anything. So
yeah.
It's just need accredited, university credits, which is I don't see the point. But
do you have a certain section of accounting that you're going for? I know some people do like forensic accounting, I've heard.
Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of interesting.
My mom's actually an accountant. She's a senior cost accountant for a shingle company, GAF.
It's cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. accounting's not for everyone. Some people are shocked when I say that's what I think I want to do, but I don't know. Work's work at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, 100%. There is something to just being able to shut off after work.
Yeah.
And having, there's no homework, there's no
Right. Yeah.
anything after that. But yeah, some days she doesn't love it. She talks about period close is when things get busy.
Mm-hmm. And my dad's actually an accountant as well, so.
Oh, it runs in the family.
Apparently, yeah. I ended up on it kind of free from his influence, actually, but yeah.
I'd say similar with me. My mom actually she actually convinced me not to be an accountant.
Oh, really? Is there any one reason why or anything? But
she kind of doesn't love it. Is really what it comes down
yeah,
to.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Not even hates it, but I don't know. She's like 50 at this point. She just wishes that it was something she was more passionate about.
Right. I can see that.
But I think it's also a good job. I think I'm probably leaning Singletary here, but like nothing stands out. I mean, you could talk into a tight end. Where's Hunter Henry going these? 15th. We're in the 15th. Need these running backs. I guess Singletary would probably be my vote. You could talk me into if like Zach Moss is out there. If you want to make a play on one of the no, Zach Moss is gone. I think my vote would be Singletary. I don't know if you have a lean any other way.
At this point in the draft, it's just kind of like,
Yeah, no, it's a pretty ugly spot we're in.
Not really. I just think, yeah, I'm cool with it.
We'll go Singletary.
I don't think he's gonna do much, but also it's the 15th round.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
What else are you hoping for?
What would you be doing if you weren't doing fantasy football YouTube? I'd probably be just graduating from college, and I would either be an accountant or I would be some form of marketing. So can Ron account for some bitches though? Nah, bro. Bro, I got 0 bitches on my balance sheet, bro. You have Waller in your managed league. What do I do if he's a true game time decision? I'd probably just pick up a backup who plays after him or right next to him and sort of just make that call when it gets there. Devin Singletary. That's how the counselor was calling it when he roasted me in that one video. He said IU has a biology or bird's class. Wait, this guy Broncos Indiana. Or is Indiana? I'm actually curious. Who are the actual rivals of Wisconsin? Would you say? Like,
so
what's the big what's the game that you guys get up for? Would you say?
The big football rivalry, definitely Minnesota.
Minnesota, huh?
Yeah, got mad beef there.
Oh, that's is that Paul Bunyan's whatever is the trophy of that game?
Yeah,
it might
be.
Axe. Yeah, Paul Bunyan's axe.
Yeah, that's the axe. Yeah, we have a lot of beef with them for sure. Like Iowa's always a big game, stuff like that. Nebraska as well.
Sense.
Those, yeah.
That is funny.
Big Ten guys. Apparently, there's I never saw it, but some Marquette and Wisconsin apparently are supposed to be rivals. I never really knew that before.
Would be shocking to me.
Yeah, so they're trying to make yeah. I just saw people from Marquette cheering for the Badgers to lose in football, and that to me, it's you don't have a football team there, guys. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They definitely don't even have a football team. Honestly, that's how it is with a lot of the Big East schools. Like Seton Hall doesn't have a football team either. Ron, how are you doing tonight, brother? Thoughts on the game last night? I'd say it was a pretty good game. Overall thoughts. Chiefs wide receivers are pretty garbage. Rashee Rice is interesting. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is firmly in the mix. as we were sort of projecting here. And also don't panic on Jahmyr Gibbs. Those are my top takeaways. Told you Lions money line. Oh yeah, dude. Ronnie Two Locks was not on it. As a Minnesotan, I can confirm, huh? That is interesting. I guess it makes sense for Minnesota to be a rivalry, but it's like, I don't know. It's funny. Like, Minnesota is so irrelevant to me in like college sports that it's like,
Yeah.
who cares? Makes some sense. I'm trying to think of who even would be the like Rutgers rivalry. It'd probably be Penn State out of the Big Ten schools, but I really don't know.
I can see that.
I will say Minnesota's. I do like watching college basketball a ton. Minnesota's basketball arena, or whatever you want to call it, it's actually sweet. I think it's one of those elevated floor ones that they do for like the finals. Yeah, it's
Sure.
like one of those ones that you can like. I think the bench is below it. Yeah, you have to like step onto the court, which like to me sounds scary to play on, but it is cool to watch. And they have talked about it. I mean, you're getting pretty in the weeds here, but they've talked about the lighting's a certain way in that arena that you can see the rim and the basket a lot better.
Interesting.
Minnesota doesn't like any of the border schools, so Iowa too. Huh. I wonder if that's kind of the same feel as Wisconsin, but I can't name any. My geography's so bad. I guess Wisconsin right next to Michigan, touching Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, with the lake and stuff, but yeah, they are. I mean, Michigan, I think they're kind of more with like Ohio State, and then obviously we're not like super close with them or anything like that, but I don't think it's an intense rivalry like Minnesota is for sure.
So we got Kadarius. Kadarius still on the board? No, he's gone. Kadarius was still on the board. He was going to be a pick. Man, I hate to say it, but this is probably a Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick. Michael Mayer could be kind of fun in a tight end premium, though. Let's see. I think my vote is Clyde Edwards-Helaire and try and push Mayer around the turn. If you're down.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, sounds good. Hate to miss a high-stakes draft. ESPN 80 projections are wild, though. Got Lawrence, Saquon, Dobbins, Diggs, Ridley. Drafted last in the league? Yeah, I would just say don't care about the ESPN projections, to be honest. I think I'm projected for like last in mine, too.
Yeah, so am I.
Rutgers versus Princeton. That is interesting. Yeah, I think that they were like the earliest teams to play football type. Montgomery is so bad. Yeah, Montgomery did not look great. I mean, he got a lot of volume, which I think is going to stick out to people, but wouldn't shock me Montgomery was this year's like trying to think of like who got volume out the gate and then it just kind of went away. I guess you could kind of say Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We got J.E. in here. What's up? What it do? All right, I'm here. No more slip-ups. I mean, what is this? Round 16? We're going to land this plane. Don't you worry. Yeah, Yahoo and ESPN rankings are crazy. I was saying earlier, but my brother had a home league where he ended up with A.J. Dillon in his flex, and I had to save him. And we found some wide receivers hiding on ESPN. I think we ended up getting Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, maybe Gabe Davis, and then I think like Mingo and Mims. Love Monty's your RB2 and 0 RB. Monty's your RB2 and 0 RB. You might. Ron, do you like young Joker's music? No. Maybe it should be the intro music. That would be hilarious. How many different fantasy football platforms do you use? I think it's mainly 4 right now. I think it's Sleeper, ESPN, NFC, and FFPC. NFC through 7 rounds, you got Pollard, Garrett Wilson, Mahomes, Damian Pierce, Mike Williams, Addison Evans. Oh, that's sweet, dude. How many total fantasy football leagues have you won? Say a good chunk, man. I don't have a tally, but I've won a good chunk. It's a funny question. I was looking back at your silver How in the Christ. That's all you got. Mike Williams in the 6th. Oh, you tell me, Henry. People don't like Mike Dubb. I really don't know what it is. I actually like I like both of these teams a good bit. I think of how the Etienne, Brees in that team. Thoughts on Gibbs after last game? Yeah, I've been talking about it in the stream, but really just I thought he looked good in touches he had. And touches probably go up as you go on. Just 'cause, like, he looked explosive. He had a touchdown he could have walked in. Being a rookie and was probably one of the Lions' most important games of like the last 5 years, it makes sense that he wasn't a featured part of the game plan, but by week 5, 6, 7, it wouldn't shock me at all if he completely expanded that role. So let's see. What did I say we were pushing to the turn? Oh, yeah, tight end. All right, I say we go Michael Mayer here.
Yep, go with it.
Go Mayer. Now we have a backup tight end. Hopefully, I didn't check his buy. Hopefully, his buy is not the same as Kittle's. It's not. Okay. Henry, you wanted Justin Tucker there? You never passed on Justin Tucker for Devin Singletary? Maybe we should have. 15th round Justin Tucker, you could talk me into. Yeah, exactly. Gibbs was going to have a touchdown. He slipped. I mean, he's a rookie. It truly happens to the best of us. Thoughts on Tony, bro? Pour one out for the Joker, bro. It's all over. It's truly all over. I don't know. I don't know. Like, he honestly had a terrible game, but it wouldn't shock me if he rebounded in some way. Like, I don't think it's all over for all of them, but he sort of plummets down rankings, I'd say. Yeah, I saw Tony. I saw that he deleted his Twitter, which is hilarious after the way that he's acted in people's DMs before.
Yeah, right.
I can't imagine searching my name up on Twitter and then voice memoing people in DMs that I don't even know.
Yeah, beefing with fans.
Like, he would be chirping like Giants fans.
Yeah.
Deion Jackson or Charbonnet? Probably Deion Jackson in week 1, but it's close. Don't panic on Gibbs. Yeah, exactly. Don't. Yeah, the drops were terrible, dude. I tweeted out last night, like, dude, I was on Chiefs -4.5 last night, and this guy Sky Moore was just insane. There was that last play where he just dropped it. It was like 4th and 25, and it was like in his hands, and he couldn't make. Like, Sky Moore never once made a play. Like, truly insane. McDonald's is hiring. That's your take on Kadarius Toney. Tell Kadarius Toney to learn Chinese. Only scoffed when I said Detroit was winning a few days ago. I think if they had Kelsey, they would have been just fine. But who knows? I think they'll be all right too. I mean, we've seen. I mean, this has been kind of a dynasty with the Chiefs, but they've had their rough patches. So Sky Moore better be good next week, dude. You can't put him in your lineup, my brother.
Mm-mm.
Sky Moore is a great DB. What are you guys saying? I mean, his number is there, man. He can make that switch. I think there's something about Sky Moore that people were talking about, that he's like only recently started playing wide receiver. Yeah, he was actually recruited as a cornerback out of high school. So maybe he should play DB. Maybe that's just his calling. Yeah, maybe he. I think that he should just. You might just have to be a Cordarrelle Patterson who plays corner, kick returns, and that's just his utility in the NFL. Like half joking, but. So Hull's gone. Henry, what do we got kicker wise, man? Oh, dude, I think I would love to go Daniel Carlson. Henry, we gotta take on Daniel Carlson. Let's see. Running backs all kind of suck. Yeah, if Carlson gets to us here, I think we take Carlson. I don't really have. I think we probably have to take one more running back before it's all said and done, but nothing really sticks out.
All right.
I'm not crazy about Jeff Wilson. All right, so we're on the clock. All right, so we'll take him. We'll take Daniel Carlson. I've been kind of wanting a Daniel Carlson team, so we'll grab him. Trying to think. Flex. Kind of wouldn't mind Michael Wilson or Justin Ross, but I'm also kind of fine going. What are the running backs here? I might honestly go defense and then just take a random running back flyer. Designer kicker. Henry wants Washington or Jacksonville defense. Okay. I'll look at it. He said best ball is the only way to play fantasy. These managed leagues are too much time consuming. I mean, dude, I'm going to be knees deep in these. Or it'll all be worth it. Hopefully, at least. Do you have a lean between Washington or Jaguars, D?
No, I'd probably lean Washington, but I think it's
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go Washington and just see what running back or wide receiver gets back. You think Waller is smoked for this week? It's tough. If he plays, I think you have to start him. Unless you have like a crazy team or you have like, I don't know. If you have Goddard and above as an option, then fine. But if Waller plays, you likely have to start him. My portfolio does need Daniel Carlson. That's really the issue that you need to understand here, Brock. Got a lot of Bass. Got a lot of McPherson. Have one Justin Tucker. Don't have a Carlson. Trying to see what all this commotion is about Daniel Carlson. That is, Henry, that's actually a good call. I think if I had Waller, I would be picking up Tyler Conklin, and just playing Conklin if Waller can't go the next day. All right, so we'll go Washington defense, and then we'll just take some flyer on the way back. Do you think that this year has more injuries than last year? At least it has more early season injuries than last year is what I would say. But it's tough. I mean, there hasn't been any. There's been a bunch of bumps and bruises, but I mean, we've seen off seasons where Dobbins tore an ACL, ETN. Akers tore his Achilles, ETN, Liz Frank. Like we've seen some pretty brutal off seasons before. So I don't know. This just feels like a bunch of bumps and scrapes and uncertainty, but nothing super serious or brutal. Remember when people were drafting 6th and 7th round 20 on underdog? Yeah, that is true. What's good, Inbar? Hope I'm saying your name right, brother. Here's a real question that I'd love advice on. Let's hear it. Should I trade Walker and Pickens for Herbert and Godwin? I think I probably hold. I think Richardson's good enough to be fine. Like I wouldn't want Richardson and Herbert. Had both Mahomes and Amon-Ra last night. Okay, there you go. 20 injuries. The regular season didn't even start until yesterday. That's true. But like I said, thankfully there's nothing too extreme. AR getting 70 rushing yards a game. And he's getting double-digit TDs. That's really the issue. So we took our defense. I need to get a running back queued up here. Evans, Breda. Do you have a favorite late-round flyer running back?
For RB. Can't say I do have these names. Yeah.
It's a lot of nothing here. I think Chris Evans would probably be my vote. I'd probably say Chris Evans. I'm looking for anything else at 6 out. Honestly, I think I would like Matt Breida as well. I've heard Matt Breida is kind of a sneaky, nice handcuff.
Works for me.
This question's also always very funny to me. How confident are you in London this week? I mean, I don't know. That is confident in him being a wide receiver too, but week to week, fantasy football is super random. Anything can happen. It could suck. Sean Tugger still there? No, Sean Tugger's gone, sadly. Yeah, Tugger's been sort of skyrocketing up boards recently. Trying to think. Gaskin. Man, our entire livelihood comes down to this last pick. That's what I've decided.
It's a big pick.
Did that Jaleel guy go? Of course he did. So who's our QB? All right, I think this is going to be a Keontae Ingram team if we have the opportunity for it. Week 17 correlation, and I like Keontae. If he's even around, though. I might just have picked myself. Yeah, he was picked for sure. Yeah, he was picked. All right. So we're about to be on the clock. We need a random running back to throw in. I think my vote. Let's go Matt Breida. Why not?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. But there's the final team. We have been streaming for a while, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. But yeah, teams are actually pretty sweet. We have Hurst at QB, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker. I don't have a starting lineup in front of me. Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, flex is like Zay Flowers, Elijah Bateman. We have Kittle. It's a solid squad.
Yeah, I like how
yeah.
it turned out.
Thank you for coming out, Johnny. Let me know. I mean, if you have any closing statements here, anything to plug, what do you got going on, Johnny?
Not much. Nothing to plug there. No. Thanks for
No
having me,
content?
though. No content.
But yeah, thanks for coming. We both have so now we have a Discord chat, and you are all set up as co-manager, right?
Yep.
All right, sweet. All right, so I appreciate you coming out here. Appreciate everyone out here that was watching the stream. We will be live tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're gonna do tomorrow night live, but I think this is pretty much one of our last high stakes streams of the season. As always, I appreciate everyone that came out here, and I will see everybody in the next one.